Every single race in GP4OC history has been held on the game Grand Prix 4, except one, the 2017 Indianapolis 500, which was won by Adam Wolf. Well, today is time for the second and our 2003 race. The GP4OC Indy 500 2018 version is about to start. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the great state of Indiana, to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm your commentator for the day, Robert Ionescu, and I'm joined by fellow commentators, Joseph Willows, and that is Guff. Hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
It's so good to see you guys. After an exciting, it was a very good qualifying session yesterday, and I think we all got excited a lot. But the big event is here, 500.
The second annual race. Hopefully, it should be an exciting race, and hopefully, we will get a pace car today.
Looks likely, yeah. We have 200 laps of action, 42 drivers. 41 of them will not walk home with any silverware, but one of them will win the Borgwater Trophy, get to drink some milk and kiss some bricks.
Yeah.
So are you guys ready?
Absolutely right.
Before we get going, we should take a look at the grid for today's race.
I think we'll have a look at that when... Oh, there's the anthem playing in the background there.
Yeah, back home again in Indiana. Today, no matter where you're from, even if it's Romanian national holiday, my national holiday, we are all from Indiana. We are all Hoosiers at heart today, and we're all ready for this glorious race.
We'll do the grid when the cars start moving, by the way, guys. So, what are you expecting then from this race, apart from hopefully a pace car?
I think we're going to have loads of overtaking, some drama, and I think a surprise winner.
That's for sure. Well, it doesn't look like we're starting in the pit lane, so perhaps will it do a full lap? You might want to clarify that for us, because I'm not 100% sure. Then if they aren't able to do a full lap, oh yeah, they are doing a full lap apparently before they get underway. So we will obviously have time to go through the grid when the cars are moving around. So yeah,
that's fine.
So
yesterday was a very nice qualifying session in which I think you all know the polls here, but we will tell you when we get to the grid itself.
We obviously got 226 miles per hour from the guy who took pole position yesterday.
Yeah,
very
only
high
one
speed,
only one who was able to achieve that speed. Everyone else was 225 or lower. So very impressive pole lap.
I was also going to mention as well that I think Yuri even mentioned that it's actually quite close to the real life speeds that we're seeing at the Indy 500. So we're definitely getting realistic with these cars.
Yeah, and unlike last season, which had the NASCAR physics, this time we have the IndyCar sounds and the physics. So expect a true spectacle here today, and the greatest spectacle in GP4OC racing, as the Americans would call it.
Exactly. According to the start sequence, it will start in just over 170 seconds. So you can work out how long that is. That is obviously over 2 minutes.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes to be exact. And we should be getting ready for a very exciting race. I hope you guys are doing okay there in the chat. We missed you guys ever since qualifying, but we're here for the main event. It's going to be a few hours at least. But we're glad we're here with you guys, and it's going to be epic.
Now, Dennis, obviously you weren't there for the last part of qualifying. You had to dash off, but I presume you did catch it up. What did you make of the entirety of qualifying yesterday?
Can you question?
Repeat the question. Okay. Well, obviously you had to dash off for the last part of qualifying. Did you have a chance to catch it up towards when you got a chance?
Yeah, I definitely got the first row.
So
See you later on. Yeah.
So realistic weather. For those who need clarity, because I did see in the chat, of course, that somebody was begging for rain. There is no rain on NL 2003, because if that were the case, in real life, the races would get cancelled, because it's a bit too dangerous for a wet race on an oval.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, it's going to be all dry, but don't worry, because there will still be loads of excitement either way.
The Indy 500 does usually provide an exciting race. A lot of people say more excitement than Monaco, which I would tend to agree with, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I'm sorry to anyone, to offend anyone, but if you believe that Monaco is better than the Indy 500, you're very wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, it should be a very fun race.
To say with the 3 Triple Crown races, Le Mans is probably the most, probably the hardest to. Well, not the hardest. I would say it's probably the most draining, because you're obviously in It's a 24-hour race. Indy 500, that's obviously the most dangerous because you're flat out through an oval, and Monaco's the most prestigious. So,
yeah. In case you guys aren't aware of the layout of the Brickyard, the famous IMS, International Motor Speedway, it's very simple. You turn left, then you do it again, and again, and that's the entire lap, flat out, no brakes whatsoever, except for when you're coming to the pit lane. And the drivers are going to do that 200 times, battling each other, racing, making sure their strategies work and everything.
Obviously, last season, of course, Adam Wolf won the race last season. Will he be able to repeat it? He obviously does start down in 10th position. I guess that's the only one we can say before we get onto the full grid. Will he be able to repeat it, or do you think we'll get a different winner today?
He has a chance, but it's anyone's game. It's still far too early to determine the winner. But we will. I'm sure whoever wins it will deserve it 100%. Wolf still has a chance to retain his crown, of course, but we will see. As the start sequence will begin in just 2 seconds.
And now, race fans, the most famous words in motorsports. Drivers, start your engines.
I'm sure you guys heard the in-game commentator, so it's time to read the grid for you. On pole position, we have Oliver Glazebrook, followed in the first row by Franco Gamba. Next is Thanos Vodjokas, followed by Mateusz Turvik in 4th place. Jamie Griffith is 5th, the man who finished 2nd last year's 500. Alongside him is Ruslan Protyuk. Mats Valiger is next, followed by Laura Chung. Daniel Adventures in 9th place, followed by Adam Wolf, the reigning champion in the 500. At the end, Jones 11th with Nicholas Zorbach in 12th. Victory Bobo is in 13th in front of Gabriel Quintino. Now I will pass over to Joe.
In 15th place, we have the 2017 Top Class champion, Will Nella, followed by Jorge Carranti in 16th. Roman Quag will start 17th, with Isaac Fachere in 18th. Ray Hall Patel is in 19th, with Samet Oskin in 20th. Lorenzo Tomaselli is in 21st, with two-time Top Class champion Joseph Wells in 22nd. Alessandro Febi will be in 23rd, with David Greenwood in 24th. Evan Byrne is in 25th, with Joa Pedro Kirby in 26th position. And has the race just started or not?
Yes, it has. We're racing.
It has, and we are under. So much for telling us it was a full lap, Yuri. Could read out the rest of the grid if you want, Dennis.
Wait,
Here they go. Glazebrook leading nicely for now, but he will be under massive attack as they go to the third free for the first time of many times today.
We probably should have read out the grid before the formation lap got on the way. We do apologise, guys. But Turwick is up into second place already as we end lap 1.
And it's going to be trying to put on the attack on Glazebrook, I'm sure. Lap 1 done.
Must say these cars sound a little bit better than what they did last season, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And now Turwick is getting a great run on Glazebrook out of 2. On the back straight towards Prix. The super speedway. Every single place is up.
Did I see yellow lights on?
I'm not sure.
Pace car's out. Pace car is out.
Q-Pog has crashed. He's out.
Q-Pog's out.
We have our first retirement of the day on the pace car already. It's David Q-Pog. How did he crash?
Like a huge accident.
George Roque was involved. Oh, he clipped both of them.
Oh my goodness me.
And that was Hoang Minh Nguyen that got involved as well. That was the number 22 Penske. Looked like Nguyen there just shoved Roque into the path of Q-Park, and we've got 2 retirements already.
Yeah, Roque's race is finished. So many barrel rolls there, and I don't know who to blame for this one, but Roque was absolutely squeezed, had nothing to do. And then the two others collided, and
hard hit for the wet car.
Yeah, brutal collision there.
So already we've had the first ever pace car in the OC.
Yeah.
That's an achievement
In 200 laps. In 200 laps of the first 500, we couldn't get a pace car. Now in the second 500, we got a pace car after 1 lap.
Gonna have a look at it from Q-Poc's perspective now. He is.
I think he's the innocent party in this one.
There it is. He actually got tagged by Roque. You could just about see there. He actually clipped Q-Poc, and then that squeezed the pair of them together, basically. So,
yeah.
That's, 2 cars already out after, as we're on lap 2.
And everyone will be boxing, I suppose.
People are boxing already, as you can see. Oliver Glazebrook is going into the pits.
As is Turvik and everyone behind. We got second train of cars, long way away. It's led by Etienne Jones. I'm sure he'll be boxing too. It's a battle of the pit crews. Who will be in front? You can't overtake in the pit lane, of course, if your crew gets a better job done. So here we go. Will we get our first change of leadership in this race? Glazebrook is coming in.
All be pulling into their respective boxes very soon, and they're peeling to the left, so it means they're peeling off onto their boxes. And Oliver is the last garage in the pit lane there. So the crews get to work, and it looks like we're already going to get some change of leaderships. Here we go.
Is leading now. He's taking the lead. It's a slow start for Glazebrook. He's lost a couple of positions. Wolf is up to second. And Turfik just about barely behind Glazebrook.
Absolutely. As a few more are in, I think this is the other group of cars that have now just come into the pits.
Yeah. No exception whatsoever. Everyone making their first pit stop of the day.
Some side-by-side action as usual in the Indy. This is normal stuff.
I think one of those had to slow down there. The slow lane.
Yeah. Looks like a few hold-ups going on in and there. So as we regroup, it's Thanos Fujiyukas who is now at the front of the field as he leads the pack behind the pace car.
Yeah, Adam Wolf is up into second. Let's not forget Vajokas was the fastest in the Q1 session. Of course, he didn't manage to convert into pole, but he's now leading this race.
And there's the confirmation that two of them are already out of the race, George Roke and of course David Kupak. It says retired next to George Roke. I presume he might have tried to crawl back to the pits, but clearly the damage was too great for him, and he's obviously had to call it a day.
Yeah, no chance you could get that car going again after that shunt.
So now we'll just wait now to see when the pace car will come in. I won't presume it will be this lap straight away. I don't think. No, it is staying out for a bit longer. So obviously we've still got 40 cars left now in this race, in this 200 lap race, and already we've had some drama.
Yeah, quite rightly so. And I think we're set for still a lot more drama. Anyone can win this race, and they have to be careful. Don't make too rash of a move, and that's how you'll get your way to the victory.
Absolutely.
It's a long race, so patience is an absolute virtue in this one.
Absolutely. As Adam Wolf proved last season in last season's Indy 500 as well, you don't have to necessarily be near the front to win this race. He obviously won from, I think it was 35th last season, so it is doable. So, meantime, in terms of guys who have dropped down, here is Hoang Min Nagu, and he's way behind the field at the moment. He clearly took on quite a bit of damage from that because he's over a minute behind the pack.
Yeah, but he's been able to continue in this race. And with some luck, he'll be able to catch back up to these guys before the pace car pulls into the pit road.
Yep, he's obviously got to be quick, of course, because the pace car is on the opposite side of the track, so he does need to be quick.
Yeah.
I think he should be able to get onto the back of them with no problems at all as we ride on board with the Vietnamese driver.
Straight out of the Cars movie, you know, that scene in the final race with the pace car. Now Hoang Min Nguyen will be catching those guys, and we're going to be racing very shortly, I assume. Maybe this lap, but I don't know.
He's getting close now. You can just about see them in the distance, so he will be able to latch onto the back of the pack.
Yeah.
Is he 11 behind? Or...
No, I think he is on the lead lap.
It says he's on the lead lap here, so yeah.
That's good for him.
I think if he wasn't on the lead lap, I think it would say +1 on next to him. So
I am.
Let's see if the pace car goes in this time by, and no, it won't.
No.
It's staying out for another lap.
At least one more lap.
Would imagine.
Lap 6 started. Yeah.
We've only had one full lap of full speed at the moment. So
yeah, we'll be looking forward to a lot more, but first, we have to endure these last few laps of safety car.
Obviously, whilst we wait for the pace car to go in, we might as well talk about some real life stuff. Obviously, the news came out today, of course, that Lewis Hamilton has tested positive for COVID, which as a result means he will miss the Sakhir Grand Prix and potentially the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So it could be season over for him. Obviously, we wish Lewis very well indeed, and
yes, also Lewis.
The lights on the SC will turn off when it goes in. Okay, so it has turned off, so it will be going in this time by, I believe.
Yeah, we will be racing once the pace car enters the pit lane. Daros Voyakas will have to go on the defense.
So as I was saying, of course, who do you think will be replacing Lewis for these last two races? Obviously, some speculation going around. First of all, we do hope that Lewis makes a full recovery from COVID. But who do you think will replace him?
I believe the only two options are Stoffel Van Dorn and of course George Russell. I'm hoping Van Dorn gets it because we haven't seen him in an F1 car for a long time.
Well, he is flying over to Turkey, as we obviously heard a little bit earlier. Go ahead, Dennis.
I'm hoping it's George Russell, that he can show what he show capable.
We'll have to wait and see, of course. We know that Van Dorn is obviously flying to Sakhir at this point in time, but he said he's unclear of what Mercedes want him to do, whether he'll step into the main Mercedes team or whether if they want to bring George Russell over, go into the Williams. We'll have to wait and see on that. But anyway, we're getting close now.
Back to racing.
It goes.
Little safety car.
It's green, green, green. We're racing again, and Vodrikas leads the pack.
Not gone full throttle yet.
He dictates the speed, for now at least.
On the line.
Gone now. He's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good launch for Wolf, though.
Here we go.
We're racing again. And Wolf is already trying to have a go at him. Into one, can he get him? Side by side. Wolf going low, he's got the lead.
He's got him.
Yes.
He's in
The reigning champion back in first place. As we got another car trying to overtake.
It's Valdinger.
Valdinger.
Yes, it is. And has he got past Vodrikas? He has. Can he stop him moving Adam Wolf?
No,
not quite.
They made their way through the final two turns now. Then it looks like Valdinger will try and get the slipstream on Wolf if he can. And that is another full lap of racing speed.
Yep. And we're getting some good racing now. Valdinger, we're trying to take the lead, but watch for Vodrikas. He's trying to make a move into one. Going low. I think he might have got him. Very close. He might be making it 3 wide very soon. Vallinger's being overtaken. Matt Glazebrook is trying to get back the lead.
Very, very tight indeed in that little group so far in this battle for the lead.
And there's also Griffiths in the green car behind. Griffiths is making his way past Glazebrook.
Oh, it's getting very close. Griffiths trying to get himself into second place. I think he has done.
Vodrikas is back in the lead.
He is back in the lead so far. Wolf has dropped down to third, it looks like, because Griffiths is on the inside. And that's P2 for the Welshman, is it? There's somebody else trying to get underneath.
Oh, there's been contact. Griffiths has been hit. Oh my God, in the wall, he's connected. Vodrikas, it's a big, massive crash. Giant crash. This is the big one. And oh my goodness me.
Giukas and Griffiths are out. Oh, he's collected someone else. That's Adventure.
I think maybe that's Adventure, yes.
Paratsky as well.
Paratsky will keep going, but Adventure is out. And the pace car is back out again. Yeah, very chaotic racing going there at the top. And Jamie Griffiths, after having a chance to take the lead, the man who finished second last time, he's not going to win because Turvik took him out. He pushed him into there, and now there Griffiths. That was a very, very clumsy return from Jamie Griffiths. As Turvik is now the leader.
That was so close between Turvik and Wolf there.
Yeah, agreed. And Vodrikas, his chances of winning this 500 have gone up in smoke. He's led most of the laps so far, but he'll lead no further because he's out. The number 60.
That is for sure. What a shame for Vanos VGU because he was just minding his own business, as you can see, going through turn 2. There was nobody in front. Then the next thing you know, you'll just about see it in a little bit. He just sees this green car coming in front, and Vanos just has no time to react whatsoever. And what a shame for the Ferrari test driver. A win, maybe, possibly gone for him.
I hate to have to do this, but I think I'm going to have to put the blame 100% on Griffiths for this one because it was very, very clumsy rejoin, and you just got across the grass to make that dangerous rejoin.
You'll see in a minute as well, Adventure clips the back of Griffiths as well. as you can
Yeah,
see
here he
there,
comes.
look. And then Perachki also gets himself involved as well in that Red Bull racing car.
Yeah, the reigning GP2 champion and the current GP2 championship leader both involved in this crash. Adventure is out of the race, but Parachki will keep going with damage, I suspect, though.
Yep, and you'll just about see there's Perachki looking just about see him there, look, and there he goes.
Yeah, he
Clips
had
the
no
side of
chance to
Griffith.
avoid Griffiths.
Yeah.
He
He was
might
side
have
by
taken
side with another car, and yeah, they
So-
just didn't have the space. And yeah,
So, as a result, obviously, we now have another pace car, and well, that's that.
yeah.
So
Everyone
I
coming
believe
into the
that
pits as expected.
I believe as well,
Yeah, go on,
Perachki
Joe.
will have obviously taken some damage to the front wing, so that will obviously affect his race. That's for sure. As we
Why
just
is
saw,
Nguyen not pitting? I mean, Nguyen, he stayed out.
oh, he did
Oh, he
pit
is
earlier.
behind.
He did pit earlier. Let's not forget as well, because
Yeah, but why does it say he's in 37th? Because I'm
it-
sure he didn't follow the lap down.
oh, he might have been a lap down, and the thing wasn't updating for us. That might be the case, but
It will be updating when
He might be in the
crosses
lead of the
finish
race
line.
now if we're not wrong.
then again, these positions aren't updating at the moment as everybody's coming out in different positions. So hopefully we'll get it updated
Yeah,
on the
I
next
assume-
lap.
It will definitely.
Yeah, I have the same opinion, and Huangmin Nguyen may have just found himself jumping from last all the way to first, thanks to one single crash.
Adventure is also out of the race, as you can see. His DHL car is going nowhere.
Yeah, the Reinhardt Ray car, which won in 2014, I believe. I'm afraid won't be bringing victory today.
Jamie Griffiths, one of the top 5 from last season. He's obviously not going to be finishing the top 5 today, as Nguyen is now coming into the pits. He's just peeling off. There, Rob.
Yes, and this will send him back into last, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Glazebrook is now finds himself back at the front of this pack. I believe it is the lead when we cross the line. It should update. And
Yeah.
yes, he is. He is in the lead. He is in the
And
lead.
who's there in second?
It is Will Neller.
It's Will
in second.
Neller.
Neller has got himself up.
It will then start again.
They do in real life, Mago. They do in real life as well. People take advantage of a pace car period to go into the pits. As Glazebrook, of course, leading the pack at the moment. You are still there, aren't you, Robin and Dennis?
Yes, I am still here, of course. Are the lights
It just
on the safety car still on? They're still on, yes.
What, the rear lights? Yeah.
Started.
Yeah, they're still on, I think, because so we're not expecting it to be going into the pits just yet. But obviously, usually
Yeah.
Yuri will give us a notification when it goes in anyway, in case we miss it. So, anywho, Glazebrook, after the first start, now finds himself back in the lead, but this time he's got fellow Essex driver Will Neller chasing him down. So, a battle of the two Essex drivers, I say.
Quite rightly so. And as the first restart proved before that collision, the man leading when the pace car comes in will probably not be the man leading by the end of the next lap.
It's for sure. As we've said several times during this race, you can be at the front, start on pole like Ollie did, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be the favourite to win. That is for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you stay at the front, only that you stay at the front at the very end.
The mod in question is the 2018 IndyCar mod, I believe, on NR 2003. So somebody was asking a question there in the chat. And so we've got 37 cars left in this race. One of them a lap down. That, of course, being Hoang Min Nguyen. The number 60 car, of course, is out. That is, of course, Thanos Fujiukas. Number 28 car, Daniel Adventure. He's out. Number 13, Jamie Griffiths. He's out. Number 9, George Roke. He's out. And number 33, David Cupot. He's out. So we've got 37 cars left. Already we've got less than what we had last season, because obviously last season, every car finished.
Yeah, exactly. So this might be a race of attrition after all. And just finishing might net you a very high result at the end of it.
Absolutely. As As the lights, I believe, have gone off now on the safety car, so it will be coming in this lap.
Yeah, so it seems. So prepare yourselves, guys, because we'll be getting back to racing very shortly.
Yep, so it's coming out of turn 2, and then we'll have obviously 2 more corners before the pace car peels in. We're already on lap 13 of 200 in this Indianapolis 500, and so far Oliver Glazebrook leads the pack at the moment from Will Neller in 2nd place. And he's also in 3rd place is the number 12, in fact, of Jared Fosbury. So we've got 2 Penske cars in the top 3 at this point in time.
And I believe in 4th it's Jorge Caranti, the Andretti Autosport, not Andretti, Andretti.
The Andretti, not to be confused with Andretti. It's probably going to be a running gag throughout the 2 days that we've had. Obviously, it was a bit yesterday, might be today as well.
Yeah, who knows?
Have to wait and see. But anyway, we've got 1 more corner before the pace car peels off, and then we will get going again.
Yep. We'll be back to racing.
Yep. So we'll see it peel off to the left any minute now, which
At least we need to hope for a good launch.
it does. So now Glazebrook is in control of when he'll deploy the power.
He has to be careful because everyone behind him will be getting the tow. He will not. He'll be under massive pressure when he gets going. Which is...
Now!
Oh,
We're racing again. It's a good launch for Neller, but I don't think it's close enough.
Doesn't look like it. Glazebrook's going to hold the lead
Actually, he is
into
now.
the first turn.
Yeah. And he's got Fosbury trying to stick close to these guys as well. After turn 2. Fosbury going for the inside, switches back though. Thinks better of it. And Will Neller will have a great chance to turn 3, but he's not taking advantage. Fosbury will instead. And Fosbury will be trying to get him. Going low. And I think he's got him.
Yes, he has.
Can
He's up into
Neller
second
hold it in
place.
4? No, he can't. And yeah, Fosbury in 2nd. Now he'll have a chance to tackle Oliver Glazebrook, the race leader. As Caranti's going to make a move.
Has he got the place? No, he hasn't.
No, not
As
yet.
Caranti on the inside of Neller. Is the Argentine going to make his way through? Yes, he is. Up into 3rd place goes Jorge Caranti.
And Neller's under threat of losing another place as Fosbury is taking the lead. He's done it. He's past Glazebrook, but he's still going side by side. Although Glazebrook is still there. As Caranti's gaining on both of them.
It looks like Evan Byrne, I believe that is, has gone up into 4th position now, ahead of Will Neller.
In the Horizon team. So the Irishman is doing a good job as Fosbury now clearly in the lead. But he will be under pressure now. As Caranti is putting the attack on Glazebrook. Can he get back? Can he get past him? Will the Brit have his run? Back for the lead now. He's going for it in towards turn 1. Staying put though.
Yep.
As we got someone coming out of the pits.
I believe, who was that? Who was that just came out of the pits there? It is, we're just getting to him now, that is Sean Grant.
It's Sean Grant, the number 66. Absolutely lap down right now. But maybe he has some strategy in mind. As Turvik is getting very close to the back of Byrne there. Byrne is moving up into 2nd.
This is over to 2nd. Glazebrook still in the lead side by side. Go this group of cars now.
Caranti's lost a lot of positions.
Chung's also in that group as well. She's bringing up the rear in the Junkos car.
Yes, the Hunkos team will be hoping for a good result with Laura Chung. She was decent she was very good in qualifying. She'll be hoping for more in the race as she's passing Caranti. And I think she's making up another place.
Yes, he is, Jamie. He's back for the Indy 500.
Now Turvik overtaking Byrne.
I've just noticed as well, the race stream is kind of, the YouTube stream is kind of in sync with the stream that we're looking at the moment. So it's kind of in
Turvik
level.
is being overtaken now by Neller, I think. Getting back into 2nd place. And Chung behind. Watch for Chung. She's getting great draft from behind Will Neller. Can she make a move on him? No, she can't, but she can get past Turvik.
She gets up into 3rd. Now she's on the inside of Neller going into 2. Is this going to be 2nd place for the Chinese driver? And yes, it is.
Very close there. She's got him. Impressive stuff from Chung. She needs to get in the draft of Glazebrook and close him down. Caranti is also coming back. He's back in the 3rd. Going side by side with Neller, but he's gone past him.
Yes, As he has Nella now down to 5th at this point in time as they make their way through the final corner.
Yes, Turvik's jumped back into 4th, I believe. Or is that Fosbury?
Fosbury's in 4th at the moment behind Carenti.
And now our Chunk has caught up to Glazebrook, and Fosbury's trying to make a move on Carenti, but he can't make it. Chunk is getting a great run. Can she get past over Glazebrook? Out of 2. Going low, both of them. Chunk goes a little lower, and they're gonna be side by side. Or is she gonna? She's not going for it just yet. Glazebrook holds on to the lead as Fosbury is trying to slot himself past Carenti. It's very close. I think they touched a little bit, but Chunk is making it really fast. And out of 4, Lord Chunk is now leading this race.
She's still side by side with Glazebrook, but I think she will have the line going into the first corner. And yes, she does.
Chug is leading. 10% of the race complete. Laura Chug is the new race leader. As Glazebrook's being overtaken by another car, it's Fosbury getting back into 2nd place, and Neller coming as well. The car number 3, aiming for position number 3.
At the moment, we're now on lap 20 of the race. We've gone a distance longer without a pace car at the moment. Hopefully, I haven't jinxed it there. As now, Fosbury on the inside of Chung. Is this going to be the lead? And yes, it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, Laura Chung couldn't go long as the race leader, but she can get him back. Now, Fosbury is leading. And watch for Will Neller. He's getting a great drive out of 4. On the main straightaway. Will Neller will have a chance to take back the lead. Or to take the lead, I should say. The Radio Go-See champion. He's taken the lead. He's done it. And there's a car behind. I think it might be Turvik. Turvik tagged it past Neller. Somebody changed the lead. We're getting another one because Turvik gets a great drive. No, it is Turvik. I think Jones is up into 5th place. 3rd place. Where did he come from? As Turvik is into 1st. Oh, big crash! Turvik's been hit. Jones been hit. They're both on massive contact. They're free. Oh my gosh, Turvik! Can he keep going, Turvik, or is he out? Jones is out for sure. Turvik, I think he is out too.
Oh,
what if he collected another car? 2 cars involved. 2 more cars involved. No, just one car is Rahul Patel. Rahul Patel is out of this race, but Jones is back in the race somehow.
Is that a pace car? I didn't know if the yellow boards came up there.
We have to take another look at this one because the pack was bunching up so much. You were asking for this to happen, for this massive crash, and it finally happened. And oh my goodness.
I apologise for that. I should have kept my mouth shut. But yeah, what was Towick doing there?
That was Neller,
Neller was so lucky.
Yeah, indeed. In the heat of the action, Neller was able to I think he got hit from behind. And somehow he avoided the chaos.
Might have to pit for a new front wing, I think. I mean, he would have got. I would be surprised if he hasn't got any damage from that. But I think Towick just basically squeezed Neller, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. They were going very, very close. And they were the ones responsible for the initial contact. Turvik was sent into the wall. There was no going back from there. Jones went all over the top of his car.
And then Patel was just a passenger, basically.
Yeah, I think Etienne Jones has to figure out who Patel because he got him back in this race. He got him off from Turvik.
Yep.
Lol, we close.
Yep. As there you go, and well, he was on the outside of a battle, wasn't he? There,
yeah,
and he's clipped McCarthy. McCarthy's out.
Yeah, I told you 2 cars were involved in McCarthy. McCarthy's lost his wheel, and I think he might be out of it as well. John McCarthy, there was no chance he could avoid that.
He lost the wheel.
Yeah, another retirement, and oh my gosh. Unless he can make it back to pit somehow, but I don't think so. I think he's out of this race.
He's giving it a good try, as you can see there. Jones has actually got away again.
Back in the race. Yeah, thanks to Patel. Getting him off the back of Turvik.
As pit stops underway again, as we are under pace car yet again. We went a bit further this time around.
Darchon gets a great stop. She'll be out in the lead. Yes, she is.
And that's a huge gap, of course.
It's a very slow stop for Glazebrook. What's going on? The McLaren. Look how many positions he's lost. Yeah.
Wolf's now getting by him as well. Lopez is behind him, a former teammate of his in the top class at McLaren.
Yes.
As Chung has come out in front of that group, and she'll come out behind the 2 guys who are a lap down, of course. So Chung is effectively leading this race. The 2 lap down, of course, being Grant and Nguyen.
Yes, I wonder if they can get on lap themselves. But either way, Lord Chung She held on the race lead for a very tiny little bit, like 1 or 2 laps before that massive crash. But now she's back in that lead as Protsiuk rejoins, obviously not in first place, but he rejoins in front of Quintino and the Bobo. Jones is back in the race too.
Yep, he was very lucky indeed, so he will fight to live another day. We've got 34 cars left now in this race. And, well,
Yeah,
they're coming.
absolutely.
They are pretty much reducing by the stone.
Yeah, dropping very fast. It's a big racetrack, but still, 42 cars might not be enough room for it. As Grant and Gwyn are pitting, they might be dropping even more down.
Yep.
Yeah, I think.
Well, they unlap themselves at that point. They'll just be a lap down again. So,
Yeah, so it seems.
so Chung now takes the lead. She'll obviously lead the pack round once the safety car comes back in.
And who's up in second?
It's obviously a blue car of some sort. And it is David Greenwood in the Andretti.
Yes, that's right.
Then we have JP Corby in third.
Third, then Karanti, Keoshane, and then that's the top 5 at the moment. So Keoshane, considering where he started, he was in the 30s. He's now got up into the top 5.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah.
And so Clark, you're actually in 26th, not 32nd. I think I've just seen that there. So
As Grant and Gwyn are making their way back on the track.
yeah, as the pace car's lights is still on, so we will be behind the pace car for yet another lap.
Yeah, at the very
So,
least, but I suspect those guys will catch up quickly, so they're not going to have to deal with too long of a caution.
Just wondering, because obviously this game's based on a NASCAR game. If we get a pace car like towards the end of the race, will it do what NASCAR do and just add another 2 laps on, so then we get a finish? I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know either. So
Maybe you can clarify that if he knows.
When
So
it comes to fuel, might be an issue.
yeah, so
Yuri said he has no idea.
we'll find out if we get to that point. We'll find out when we find out, basically. So
Fair enough.
okay, finishes under the eyes. Thank you, chat.
Thank you, guys. And oh my god, are we loving this race so far right now? Because it's a spectacle.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, is that? I'll try and see if I can pronounce that better than Funchanek. He's given us a pronunciation how to pronounce his last name. It's Ko Chine. Am I got that right? Chine? Ko Chine? Have I got that right?
All right,
that's
understood.
close.
The chat
Okay.
cannot hear you, Yuri.
Okay.
Safety car
So
in
the
this lap. Pace car will be pulling in.
The lights have now gone off the pace car, so Loa Chung will leave the field and start lap 26 with 200. And
Yeah.
okay,
All right. As we've completed 1/8 of the race,
that
half a quarter.
okay. Oh, it's Ko Chinat. Okay, have I got that right? Ko Chinat. Whilst we're under the pace car, so then we could get that working. So then I'll know in future.
That's how I'm gonna call him. You can call him as you wish, but I hope one of us gets it right. Yeah. Anyway, our Chan continues to lead.
I believe that is correct, Renz. I don't recall her leading last season, so I do believe that Laura Chung is actually the first female to lead the 500. So she became the first legit female to lead a top class race. Now she's the first female to lead a 500.
Making history. Wait, didn't Paige Knight lead the top class race?
She's not a legit female. Legit.
Okay, fair enough.
If you, as George Roke says in his commentary, if you know, you know. So,
yeah, I got it. As now the pace car is gonna come out of the last corner and pull in. We're gonna get racing once again on the brickyard. He's planning to pull in now. Yes, it is. And Roy Chung now controls the pace. And when she accelerates, we'll get back to green flag action.
You were leading for a brief time, but we've had 3 pace cars so far, as Chung has now got onto the accelerator.
Yep, she
Here we
has.
go.
Green was going to try to get closer to her, but for now, it's looking good for Laura Chung. She got a great start.
A bit of a gap to Greenwood at the moment. It's Caranti now on the back of Kirby as they fight for 3rd position. Meantime, you can just see there Fosbury trying to get up into 6th place.
As we're looking at the 2 South Americans now, trying to battle for the 3rd spot. Garanti has been a regular at the front of this race, but not exactly in P1. Green has gone much closer to Chung. Might have a chance out of 4. Or Chung under pressure. As João Pedro Kirby is right behind them. And the Green was going a little slower. Kirby might have a chance from the outside. Now Kirby has to back out of this one, I think. Still trying. As Caranti's going through.
Yep, Caranti's gone up into 3rd position. Greenwood tried to have a look at Chung, didn't quite make it work out. Obviously, these two.
Greenwood now.
Obviously, these two are sort of teammates in the top class, because Greenwood is the Toro Rosso test driver. So,
yeah, I could say that. And now Greenwood trying to get back past Laura Chung. And towards 4, he has the inside line. Chung goes very wide on the outside on the banking. And Greenwood is up in the lead. Now here comes Jorge Caranti putting a move on Laura Chung. And I think he's got her, yes. He's got another car behind them. Who is that in the black car?
That looks like it's one of the Andretti cars, I think. It says 20 something, so I presume it's an Andretti car. And it's
Chainot.
Kerr Scheinat. It's Kerr Scheinat who's now gone up into 2nd now, because he's gone past Greenwood as Caranti takes the lead.
Yeah, Caranti's now the race leader.
Now Kerr Scheinat wants the lead if he can. And
very close action here. Watch for Fosbury behind as well.
Done it. Kerr Scheinat.
Charles Petronat is leading. And here goes Fosbury. Big train of cars here.
Gets up into 2nd place.
There's got another car making a move on Greenwood and on Caranti.
And Fosbury takes the lead now, takes it off Kerr Scheinat as it's Thomas
Tomaselli.
21st on the grid.
Well, he's now into 2nd. Can he make it 1st? If he passes Jared Fosbury, he's going to have a chance. He's taking the lead, Tomaselli.
Use the chance.
Yeah, now watch behind because I think that's Laura Chung in the Hunka. No, it's not Laura Chung, sorry.
Someone else.
It's João Pedro Kirby who's been trying to take the lead.
It's JP Kirby now then. And he try and grab the lead, the Brazilian on the inside of the Italian.
And here's Samet Oskan,
yes.
first place Swedish driver. João Pedro Kirby is in the lead, and Oskan is jumping into 2nd. Can Oskan take the lead now? Into turn 2. And on the exit, very close action, but Samet Oskan, the number 15, is now taking the lead. And yes, the Swedish driver, for the first time in this race, is leading. As Caranti is making his way past Kirby once again, up in 2nd.
Chung gets herself up into 3rd past Kirby, but she's getting herself back in the thick of things.
Yes, and now Oskan will be under attack from Caranti. Putting the pressure all over him, but watch for Chung on the left. Trying to get past both. As João Pedro Kirby is still there, dropping a place, I think. Yes, he has dropped a place. Is now out of 2 he goes. And yeah, Oskan still leads. But Caranti is all over his rear wing. And he's going to be trying to slide his way past.
In time up into 3rd place, that is someone we haven't seen much of, whoever's in 3rd place right now. It's Isaac Fashere who's got himself up into 3rd.
Yes, it is. And now Green was jumping back in this fight. As Caranti might have his greatest chance yet to overtake Samet Oskan.
Turn 1, let's see if he can pull the move off. He's going to the inside of 2. And this should be the lead for Caranti.
Yeah, but watch for Fashere behind.
Yep,
Caranti leads once again, but Isaac Fashere will be getting a lot of draft now. Can he get himself into the lead and overtake 2 cars at once? He's got 1. Can he get the other?
Yes, that's P2 for Fashere. He's going on the inside of Caranti. This could be the lead for the British Indian. No, that's not him, is it? That's Patel. Sorry.
Patel's out.
moving on. But Vacheray leads anyway. Sorry, Patel, for getting you confused with Vacheray there. As
Yeah, apologies on our end. And Isaac Vacheray is into the lead.
look at
Gabriel
Gomez.
Gomez in the Alexander Rossi car.
Where's he coming
Started
Came
last.
from Brazil.
Started last.
Yeah,
let's
and
not
now he's
forget.
up into second place.
He's fighting for the
And
lead
only,
from last
after
on
only
the grid.
33 laps.
This is impressive from the top class Sauber driver. Impressive.
Yeah, and the reigning DTM champion Gabriel Gomez is in the fight for this win. Chachinat is back in the fight as well. As is, I think that's Fosbury making a move.
And it is Fosbury. He's on the inside of Chinat. And
Karat
he gets
is there as well. And I think Chachinat is going to overtake McCarran as well. Yeah, Gomez trying to pass. It's not Samet Oskan, it's Vacheray.
Shrek, he's leading at the moment.
Yes, car scheme and Oskans are similar, so I thought it was Oskan, but no, it's Vacheray. But for how much longer will he be leading? Because here comes the Napa Sport Andretti car of Gabriel Gomez. Sticking back, at least for now, but we'll have a great shot.
If he can
As they're
get
on
to the
lap
inside of
44.
4, he might be able to do it. He doesn't. He's just going to sit back for the moment as Caranti gets himself back up to third and also dragging David Greenwood along with him as well.
Yeah, quite rightly so.
And now
I
he's
think
going to the
I think
inside.
Lord Chung is in that train as well. But the front two are pulling away a little bit. Gomez still in second.
No,
On the inside.
Vacheray defending well.
That should be the lead.
And
for
now
Gomez.
Gabriel Gomez.
No,
Not yet. Now he got it.
Side by side.
Yeah, Gabriel Gomez, the Mario Star in last place, is leading the 500.
it's absolutely incredible.
Still side by side
Yeah.
at the moment. Vacheray still sticking with him, but I think Gomez has got it now. And yes, he has.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
now
happen,
Greenwood's
Christine,
coming
now.
through. Greenwood's coming
Yeah,
through.
Greenwood trying to take the lead. And here comes Glazebrook, the Pullman, trying to get back in this fight. Lord Chung behind him, and Caranti is there as well. Now Glazebrook is into fourth place, can get up to third. Overtaking Vacheray, yes he can. Can get second now. Towards there to Kerry pass his compatriot David Greenwood. Lord Chung is coming there as well in the Honda racing car.
Down the straight we go. And Glazebrook on the inside of Greenwood. Now then, both of them competing in DTM, of course. Glazebrook,
Chung on the
Danny.
outside as well.
Glazebrook's got second, I think. And
I think
yes,
that's
he
Adam
has.
Wolf behind him.
That is Wolf, yes. And he's also dragging, I think that's Michael Mocho. He started in 36th.
Yeah, so it seems very impressive stuff from Mocho to get back in this fight. As Gabriel Gomez has pulled a little bit of a gap. But with the draft here, it will go away very quickly as Wolf is up in third place. Passing
No.
Glazebrook.
Got second. And Mocho's also coming through as well, the DTM Championship leader. And he's up into third.
And the former DTM champion, Michael Mocho, who might be getting another DTM title at the end of the season if he wins it, of course. Now Mocho's up in third. Can he go for second? I think he might have touched him there. Just a little bit.
It's P2 for Mocho. And he's also going to be dragging along Kerr Chinat with him.
Yeah, Wolf is dropping places now. And China is back in the top three.
Just look at this group of cars. It's massive.
Absolutely, it's incredible. And China,
Yeah.
third place. Can he get back in the lead? Gomez has been leading for the past 5 laps, I'd say. But Michael Mocho is determined to overtake him.
Going for it. Mocho's going to the inside of Gomez. Let's see if he can get the
Both
job
of them,
done.
of course, DTM champions. But which one of them will be ahead this time? It's
The
Mocho.
lead, I think. Yes, he did.
Mocho leads the 500 at this point in time. Meantime, look at that. There's another car that's got into the frame at the front. Can't quite see who it is. The guy in third is on the inside of it's Tomaselli. So he's back in.
Back in the fight. And trying to pass Gabriel Gomez.
On turn one we go. Mocho still leading the pack so far. There's Oscar now in fourth, right behind Tomaselli.
Yeah, Samuel Toscan getting back in this fight as well. He led for a decent amount. As Nguyen is still a ways off from these guys.
He's still a lap down, as is Sean Grant. Of course, I think Sean Grant's now actually. No, in fact, Sean Grant's still in front of him. My apologies. As
Now
Gomez
Gomez will take
for
the lead.
lead.
Mojos will lose a couple of places to respect. And Lorenzo Tomaselli on the inside as well. Samuel Oscar on the outside.
Gomez retakes the lead into the first corner.
And watch Tomaselli, he'll be trying to pass Mocho now. Which he has done, and there's Glazebrook coming along too. Past Mocho he goes. And Tomaselli is trying to take the lead from Gomez, which I think he has done, but Glazebrook is getting a very good run. Great drive from Oliver Glazebrook. He's in his bid to retake the lead once again.
Going into these
As
last...
we're on lap 40.
Yep. We're not quite halfway there yet, but we are approaching the first quarter of the race in about 10 laps. And
As Glazebrook is trying very hard to get back in the lead. Fighting with Tomaselli side by side.
they're also coming up to Nguyen as well, so they are coming up to some traffic.
Yeah, of course, and Juan Nguyen could play a massive role in this fight.
Is what takes the
Glazebrook
lead
is back
again.
in the lead. Yes, he is. Red car trying to get past him is Greenwood. And you can see Grant in... No, it's Barashki in front of them as well.
So he must have made another stop somewhere then, so he's now a lap down.
Yeah, I think so. Glazebrook is being overtaken.
Oh,
Yeah, but here they go. Glazebrook is in the wall. He's in the wall over
Survived that.
Glazebrook.
Survived that somehow.
Yeah,
Somehow survived that.
Yeah, without massive chaos, but he has damage. Charlotte's gonna have to box, but he's staying out.
Might not be too bad. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, they tried to go free wide into free there.
Oh, he clipped. He clipped.
He tipped the car.
Yeah, and just ran out of road. And Campana here, so close to disaster, had two wheels on the grass, but he manages to keep it in one piece.
I think from memory, Campana started in 41st. Yes, he did. He also started on the back row with Gomez. So those two have got up quite nicely.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes, rightfully so.
Meantime, the two Penskes are now... Well, I would say the two Penskes lead it, but in fact, Nguyen's just being lapped.
Oh, they have
Oh,
damage. I'm going to Barashki. Both have suffered from damage, and they haven't fixed it.
Right, so they're a
Here he
bit
says,
handy.
yeah, that
Basically a
their
bit
cars might be
handicapped.
damaged beyond repair, and they'll be slow for 4 races apparently. And Samet Oskan is trying to get back in the lead, fighting Fosbury.
It's a shame for Parachki. I bet he was hoping for better in this race, but unfortunately not to be. Meantime, though, Fosbury and Oskin are fighting at the front.
Yeah, as what will this mean for Gracebrook's chances? Because the damage could be significant. We haven't seen impact of pace just yet, but Samet Oskan, the Swedish driver, is trying to get back in the lead. Number 21 passing the number 12, and Oskan is not number 21. I messed up. But anyway, he's passing him, and he's passed him.
Yeah, well, he's still in the group, so it doesn't seem that he's got too significant damage. So he's still within this group. He is currently 4th at the moment, so you have to keep an eye on it as Oskin now takes the lead.
And Glazebrook is being overtaken now. But I think
that's
it's Campana.
I believe it is. Yes, it's
Yeah, the
Campana,
man he
and he's up.
had a little contact with earlier.
He's also dragging Jorge Caranti with him as well. As Fosbury's going for the lead again on Oskin, he's also dragging Tomaselli with him.
Yeah, freeway fight, and
And he
Fosbury's back in
does.
the lead. Watch for Tomaselli. He'll be trying to get Oskan into 2, and I think he's got him for sure. It should set him up for a good
Now
exit.
Tomaselli's going to try and get Fosbury if he can into 3.
Yeah, he's getting
But
great run there with the draft. Wait, he's having to go on
Fosbury
the
there covered
outside.
him off, and Oskin going back on him. Oskin's going back on him though as a result of Fosbury, as you saw there down that straight, he obviously covered him off, so that obviously slowed Lorenzo's pace a little bit, and that allowed Oskin to nearly capitalise on that.
Yeah, that's right. These 3 guys are a little bit in front of everyone else, but Yep is very small. Fosbury continues to lead. But Oskan is trying to make a move on Tomaselli. Who was so close? The collision there, but they've both escaped unscathed.
Gone
As now
into
Oskan is
P2
getting great
now.
drive. Yeah.
Comes Gomez. He's also dragging 2 other cars along with him, one of them being JB Kirby and the other one behind him. That being, I believe it's Fashere, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken?
And Lord Chung is there as well behind Fashere, if it is Fashere.
It's Kirby.
Anyway,
It's
Samet
Kirby who's
Oskan.
going there.
Alright. Here goes Samet Oskan trying to overtake John Fosbury for the lead. As we got that thing that's Fashere making a big move.
To P2.
He's gone all the way up into 2nd. How did he do that, Isaac Fashere? He'll be taking the lead now. If he can pass Samet Oskan, but watch for Jean-Pedro Kirby behind.
He's done it, I think. Yes.
Should be, but watch for Kirby. He's gonna try something Jean-Pedro Kirby. He's passing Samet Oskan. Can he have a chance at Fashery into 4? Doesn't look like it just yet. But the fight is far from over, and Fosbury is coming back at them. He's dragging Gabriel Gomez along as well.
As Kirby trying to get underneath Fashery if he can. Fashery goes a tad bit wide, and Kirby gets the lead.
That's gonna cost Fashery a little.
Cuts up to second.
Yeah, Shapiro Kirby is leading, but Gerald Fosbury ultra determined to get back that lead, which he held for the last 8 laps or so.
To the final 2 turns, Fosbury going underneath Kirby. And I think that might be
Charlie's
the
got the
lead.
lead now.
Yeah,
looks
he
like
is.
it. As Fashery is coming back at these guys. Side by side with Gomez. And I think, never mind.
Fosbury leads now. As, oh my goodness!
Just the
Zorback!
pressure on the pit straight! Zorback is
Zorback.
over! There's a big one!
Back to the-
Absolutely
back to the
massive one!
dressing. Watch who's gone spinning. Oh, Wolf!
Zorback. He's been hit again by Wolf!
Oh.
This is the big one, and Adam Wolf, the champion, is out!
I think he's
Oh
out.
my God.
Oh, he's out. He's out. He's gone back to pit lane. Adam Wolf, that season's winner, is out. So we will have a new one.
Mohammed Razin, I think he's out as well.
Yeah, he
His
has
end might be his engine. No.
damage. What the
Oh my
hell?
goodness.
Yeah.
It all started with Febby, look, as you can see. No, it wasn't. Febby just got caught on. Let's have a look.
Yeah, who crashed into him?
Oh, there. Tomaselli and
Tomaselli and
Zorback
Nicola Greenwood. Yeah.
collected Glazebrook as well, but Glazebrook looks like he survived again to live another day. Glazebrook's getting lucky with these little
Yeah,
bumps
but you
here and
can't
there.
say that for a lot of other people because their race has taken a massive blow. And Sino Nome has been involved as well, the Japanese driver number 20. Zorback is out, Fabi is out, Quag might be out as well, I think, is Will Caranti. And Lopez is out, I think, as well.
Obviously, see who has retired from the list on the right, of course, but that is a huge one indeed. 2 cars over Tomaselli and Zorback. That is, well, I think that's 2 of the top 5 from last season who are out of the race. Along with, of course,
And
Jamie
Griffith as well.
Yeah, along with Jamie Griffiths as well. Oh,
And if
look,
Lopez is
and-
that'll be 4 out of 5.
Oh.
Tomaselli, like, just
Lord
pinked.
Chan, I think she might have, yeah. She
It looked
looked
like
like Zorback and then.
It looked like from that angle, it looked like Tomaselli just pinched Zorback, and then obviously had a little bit of contact with Chung. Chung was lucky, and then that obviously turned Zorback around, and then they both went rolling. Collected
Yeah.
Glazebrook, obviously, but Glazebrook, as we've just seen, has lived to fight another day, but he would have sustained some damage if he'd not had sustained some already from that wall collision. And we also saw as well, Febby was also involved in the background.
Yeah. I think this is by far the biggest one so far, and absolutely spectacular crash, dramatic crash. And so many cars involved in this pileup.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh my goodness me.
Even from that angle, you can just see just how big it was with all that tyre smoke.
Yeah. Poor Tomaselli, you have to feel for him. He's out. He was doing very well in the early stages. As for, you have to feel bad for Zorback as well. And of course for
Here it
Adam
is.
Wolf.
He is now out of the race, so the defending champion will not be making it 2 in a row today.
Unfortunately not. Let's see how we went out of the race. You tried to slow down to avoid the chaos. But
Oh,
at
he
this
got
point,
corrected by Macho.
yeah, he did. When they got to the banking, it was clearly unavoidable. And he got hit again by, I think, that is Mohammed Razdin.
It was the remaining Chip Ganassi car that hit him. So it looks
Yeah.
like maybe both Chip Ganassi cars are done for the day because, of course, Rote retired on lap 2 thanks to a crash. So I'll have to wait and see
Francisco
on
and
that.
Grant, I think, are involved as well.
Yep. As well, we'll have a look to see. Ignition gone for number 10, so he is out. Yeah, so both Chip Ganassi cars are out.
Lopez is out as well, so that would be 4 out of the top 5 from the previous race. I think Glazebrook is the only one left out of those guys.
Well, it's just updating right now, so we will obviously look to see who did retire from that. Number 21, Lorenzo Tomaselli is out, so we knew that anyway. He rolled over. Zorback
This
is
was
out.
a camshaft failure for Tomaselli.
A Valve has gone for Roman Quag. He's out of the race, so that's his race done with as
And
well.
the ignition for And I think, and it's an ignition problem from Razin. Yeah. I said something was wrong with his engine, and it seems it was.
Also out is
As we pass the
Michael
quarter mark of the
Mocho.
race.
Michael Mocho is out of the race from an accident, so Mocho's race is done.
He'll be very unhappy with that one. Massive crash, but loads of cars suffering thermal damage in that one.
So we have just under 30 cars left in this race. As you mentioned as well, Franco Lopez is out of the race, as is Hento Sinonome. He was involved in that accident. He's out as well, the number 20. So he's out of the race. In fact, there was a lot of cars involved in that. I think we've got 23 cars left. So
almost just over half.
Just over half the pack left from the start. So
Yeah.
is that really? So if we can just have a look at the retirements, just as a little bit of a reminder. It is, of course, number 17, that's Nicholas Zorbach, he's out. Number 24, that's Adam Wolf, what a shame for him. Lorenzo Tomaselli is out, as is Alessandro Febi. Jorge Caranti is out. Michael Mocho's out. Roman Quag is out. Franco Lopez is out. Hento Sinonome is out. Mohamed Razan is out as well. So both Chip Ganassi cars are out. Well, in fact, we do have 24 cars left because Nguyen he's still in this race. He's just trying to unlap the guys that he's got left to. So we've got 24 still left. Also out is Matthias Terwick. We've also got Rahul Patel out. Number 6 is out as well. That's Chuck McCarthy. He's out. Number 60 is out. That is, of course, is number 60 again. That's Fanis Vojiukas. Daniel Adventure is out, as is Jamie Griffiths, as is George Roke, and as is David Kupok. 24 cars left in this race.
Yeah. At least there's one positive. There are less cars left who could cause a big crash, so I suspect we'll see less space cars towards the end of this race as we pass the quarter mark. Still a long way to go. It's anyone's game.
Yep. So, that was a very long green period, as Yuri's just told us. You obviously can't hear him, but he's just told us that was the longest green period we've had in this race, so which is quite good.
And a very good green period indeed.
So whilst we reconvene, the leaderboard looks like this at the moment then. It is Jared Fosbury who leads from JP Kirby in second place. It is Isaac Fashere in third with the number 15 in fourth position. That is, of course, I believe...
Oscar, maybe? Or...
It's Samet Oskan, yes. It is Samet Oskan. He's Patel's teammate. Then in fifth position, we have Bence Valdinger in the number 98. In sixth position, we have the number 27 of, I believe that it's one of the Andretti. It is Gomez, yes, it is one of the Andretti cars. In seventh place is the 032 car. That will be Laura Chung, who's in seventh. In eighth is the number 25 of David Greenwood. In ninth position is Lean Campana. And rounding out the top 10 is the number 4 of Will Parrish.
Yeah. So that's the top 10. Still a long way to go. Looks like safety car might be coming in. The pace car might be coming in soon.
The lights are off, so it will be coming in this time by. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to go racing.
Yeah, we got really unlucky with so many were wiped out in a single crash, said Yuri. But here we go, racing once again. Jared Fosbury is leading this race. Jean-Pierre Courby behind him.
And he's going.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Great launch from him. Courby a little slower to react. Jared Fosbury leads into turn 1.
And now going through the first 2 turns, Kirby trying to get onto the prowl of him now. And looks like he wants to get himself back in the prowl of the victory today.
As we got Gabriel Gomez trying to set up a move behind. Now Jean-Pierre Courby too far behind just yet. But Gomez is passing the car he's racing against. I believe it is... I actually forgot who it is, but anyway. As Contino is being overtaken there, I think.
Campana's in.
Yeah. He's pulling in. It's interesting.
A few others are going in as well.
Nguyen and Greenwood.
They've gone into the pits as well. You're still in the race, KO Chinat. Von Chanet, you're in 10th position behind, me. But I'm not going to speak too much in first person. As I said yesterday, I'll try and drop in and out here and there with the first and third person.
I don't think anyone pitted on the last space car window, did they?
No, I don't think they did.
Jean-Pierre Courby is up in the lead.
is in the lead. They've also, I think that's Samet Oskan trying to go. No, it's number. I need to keep up.
It is Samet Oskan.
There's Oskan who's trying to get second place.
And watch Gomez behind. He's making ways up into third. He's got to pass Fosbury.
Yep. As Gomez is going for third position.
Could be trying to go for second too. Ooh, very close to contact there, but he's got Samet Oskan. And now he'll be racing his competitor, Jean-Pierre Courby, for the lead. But Oskan is still there. He's gone past Oskan. Oskan might be in danger to lose the place. As Fasher is coming in there. Side by side with Fasher, with Fosbury, sorry. I always get those two mixed up. But Gomez is now fighting for the lead. And I think he's got him.
I think he has. He's on the inside. And yes, Gomez is in the lead.
Yes, brilliant stuff. And now, might have a chance to try to pull away. Probably it's going to fail, but any single gap you can get can help you out a lot. As Fasher is up in the second once again. And Or Chung is making a move into fifth, sorry.
She's in fifth position. Here comes Fashere on the inside of Kirby, and that's P2 for him. Turwick also going to try and come through as well. Oh, no, it won't be Turwick. You think he's out, isn't he? Who would that be?
Yeah, it's Fosbury.
No, it's
Valdinger. That's Valdinger back in the top 3, and he's in this race as well.
Turwick and Valdinger also have similar liveries as well, so that's why I got a bit confused there.
Yeah, don't worry about it. As Dora Chung is making up, going into 4th place, now she might be having a chance at Valdinger. Valdinger overtaking Fashere, and Fashere might be under big pressure.
Meantime, in the background, I think there is a battle going on between Willows and Quintino at the moment for the battle for 9th position. Or it might be Parrish, in fact. In fact, Willows finds himself in an AJ Foyt sandwich at the moment, with Parrish in 8th and Quintino in 10th. So,
as Valdinger is up in the 2nd, Lord Chung is behind him in 3rd. Valdinger slowing down there a little bit, which might give Chung the opportunity, yes. But watch for Fosbury.
They free wide going through there.
Yeah. Chung seems to have gone in 2nd. And yes, Fosbury's up in 3rd place.
Skin gets up into 4th.
Yes, quite rightly so. And Valdinger, he's been a surprise so far in this race, but now he's in the fight, and he'll be trying to do his best. Gabriel Gomez continues to lead, but Fosbury is making his way back in 2nd.
Yep,
I believe we got 7 cars in this fight for the lead.
Whilst we've got another group behind fighting for 8th position.
Yes, of course. And now Chung is losing a place to Valdinger. Unless she can hold on. But I don't think she can. She can actually for one, but oh, very close to contact there with Valdinger. She's been overtaken by Jean-Pierre Courby as well. And Courby is trying to get the run of Valdinger.
She's now dropping towards the back of this pack now, as she's now got, I believe that's Greenwood on her inside. So, in fact, it's Oscar, isn't it?
It is Oscar. Lord Chung very close to disaster there, but she avoided contact with Valdinger. She drops a few places, but she's still in this fight as Gabriel Gomez has been caught by John Fosbury. These two guys, I think they've been leading the race the longest so far, and they're going to squabble for that lead position. Penske v. Andretti.
The first turn, Fosbury's going to try and have a go. Sticks behind Gomez for the time being.
Yep. But it's still very close.
On the inside goes Fosbury's is going to be for the lead for the Team Penske driver. And no.
Meanwhile, Willows is up into 8th place. I can see in the back.
He's in front of the 2 AJ Foyt cars at this point in time. Will any of the cars that are in that other group try and get to this battle for the lead? We'll have to wait and see.
If they keep squabbling, certainly.
We've already passed the first quarter of the race because we're on lap 60 of 200, 10 laps above the first quarter of the race.
Yep, that's right, and in just 5 laps we'll be hitting the 1/3 mark.
And once we get to that 100 across, that'll of course be the halfway point of the race. We would have done 250 miles.
And Jared Fosbury is now taking the lead from Gabriel Gomez.
And
watch for JP Courby and also for Isaac Fashere in this fight as well. They seem to have pulled a little bit of a gap on the 3 behind them, but they're still close.
There's like some subgroups going on in these little groups of cars we've got going on at the moment. There's a little subgroup going on for 5th position at the moment between Oscar and Chung, and then you've got in 7th place
Valdinger.
Valdinger looking a little bit lonely in 7th position as Kirby takes the lead.
Yes, Robert Kirby's in the lead, and Fastray is through as well. Fastray is losing places, loads of places, one after the other. But now Robert Kirby, his lead might not last very long because here comes Isaac Fastray behind him, and Samir Oskan is into 3rd. The subgroups have merged together once again.
Yep, they've grouped up. None of the guys in that battle for 8th group have caught up at the moment. So,
they're quite a ways off, almost 2 seconds down.
Yep, so as we go down the street, I think they're coming up to some traffic. Did I not see that? I think there might be a car in front.
Yeah, they are. I think it's one of the cars that pitted earlier. Has to be. But Isaac Fastray leading on the outside for now.
Oskin's gone through.
Oskan is in the lead. And our Chung is coming back at another crack for the lead. She's getting a decent run on Oskan, but she's under pressure as well. Watch for Gabriel Gomez behind her.
Yep. Also, who's at the back of that train now? It's still Valdinger who's on the back of this group of cars at the moment, right on the back of Fosbury.
Yes, you're right.
Is now through the final corner.
Samir Oskan continues to lead, but Chung is pressuring him hard.
To the left-hander. Chung's going on the inside of Oskin. Is this going to be the lead for Chung?
It is.
Yes, it is. Gomez also trying to get through as well. And Gomez gets up to second.
Place. And now they're catching back markers.
Osiuk and Greenwood.
Yes. They came in for a stop. And now Chung's got him.
Gabriel
Gomez got him first. He's in the lead now.
Oh, this is going to be tight with Proxiuk in this.
Yeah, he's slowing down, which is obviously not comfortable for the guys on the outside on the banking. Very uncomfortable. Lord Chung lost so much ground as a result of this, and so did Isaac Fastray. And Samir Oskan, I believe.
Yep, that's Oskan. He's now on the back of this train, along with Fastray and Chung. As now, look at that, the other group have now caught up.
Yeah, Parrish and Willows and the others.
As now, it's all going single file in this group now. Gomez leading as he now tries to lap Greenwood if he can.
Yeah, Greenwood will make way. But will he do it in the corners or on the straightaways? Looks like he'll make it in the bend. Into turn 4, maybe. Gomez should clear him easily.
As
I have to say, the main star performance in this race so far have been Gomez and Fosbury. We've been talking about them the most, but of course, all the others have done an incredible job as well so far.
You've got to bear in mind, Gomez started last, as we mentioned a little bit earlier on. Now he finds himself fighting for the lead. So it would be an absolute miracle if he won this race from last.
And if he can manage his traffic well, he might be able to get that little gap that he needs to clear these guys and secure his position just a little bit. But that's going to be the tough part.
Oh no!
Oh, contact! Fosbury at the back market, Greenwood. Fosbury's crashed and he's collected Oscar as well. I think they collected another car too. They're out. Oh my gosh, brutal crash. And Joe China as well, and Burn. Joe China is still going, but Burn I think is out.
I think Joe China might have lived through another day as he's crawling back to the pits. We'll have to wait.
Pace car is out. Pace car is out. Oh, Joe China has crashed. Crashed on the way to the pit lane, and he has to be careful here because our guys are coming at full speed as we hit the 1/3 mark in this race.
That's the pace car.
They've overtaken the pace car. We have to take a look what happened because, oh my god, he crashed to the back marker and holy, as Vedo just said in the chat and Armor said, holy I believe that of course, but still, yeah. 4 cautions so far.
There have been 5 in total from what I've counted.
Yeah, I was reading Macho's comment from earlier, of course, out of date now.
Yeah, it looked like. I mean, I think we need to have a look on both from Fosbury to see what on earth was going on there with Greenwood. And there was the collision.
Very lucky to avoid Fosbury, but Oskan wasn't so lucky, and unfortunately for him, he's out.
Grant just clipped Fosbury there. That caused him to go out. Same with Proxiuk as well.
Yeah, so, really unfortunate. And Ruslan Proxiuk is has gone even worse.
Yep. And well, KO Shane. Well, I don't know what was going on with him there. Maybe crabbing with the steering. I don't know, which made him drive into the pit wall. But
I'm not quite sure, but we'll find out. He was racing the car in front of him. I'm not sure. It might be Byrne. I don't think it's Byrne, though.
Oh, Burn flipped.
Byrne flipped the car there after the Chaos
got
Shanak
the catch
collided
fencing.
with him.
Yeah. There should be both of them out, I think.
And, how many cars we've got now then? I would presume it's about half, I would say. Oh, engine let go, that's why. That's why, you just heard it there. His engine let
Yeah.
go, that's why he crashed into the pit wall.
Yeah, indeed. And he's out. And they've overtaken the pace car.
No, I think they're back markers. I think there were back markers that did that. I think he's trying to collect
No,
the
Gomez
leader.
as well. Gomez overtook the pace car too.
We'll have to wait and see. Oh, Greenwood was actually caught on the catch fencing in the end after that collision with Fosbury. So,
Yeah. He let Gomez pass, but Fosbury, he hit him and, my goodness.
got stuck on the catch fencing.
Yeah, very brutal collision.
And, well, it's the 5th pace car we have had today. And, well, we didn't
Yeah.
have any last season. Now we're getting a ton of them at the moment.
Half a baker's dozen more almost. So yeah. Wait, no, that's not what a baker's dozen means. Half a dozen, sorry.
Yeah. Nearly half a dozen pace cars we've had so far. Obviously, it says accident for guys in. Let's have a look. So there are still some guys a lap down. So we'll obviously see how many there are left. I think we've got 21 left from what I can see there. So
Yeah, I think it's just Swamin Gwyn who's a lap down. Besides the, I mean, he's
Some
3
that
laps
are a
down.
lap down. Some that are 3 laps down in the case of Nguyen.
Yeah.
I think 18, is it?
18.
Ooh, okay. 18 cars left. So we are under half left.
Yeah, oh my
I think,
goodness.
I think in real life there has been quite less runners before in the past, so
Yeah.
it has been quite normal for the 500, it must be said, especially when you've got crashes like this. So
Yeah.
at the moment then, as we reconvene and wait for the pace car to go back in for what will be the 5th time, the pace car driver definitely having a lot of work to do today, it must be said.
They're gonna
Gabriel
have to
Gomez,
refuel this car by the next stop.
they better not do what happened with St. Petersburg safety car, that's for sure. If you watched IndyCar
Yeah.
in real life, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so Gabriel Gomez is currently leading the way. It's Benz Valdinger who's in 2nd place. Joe Pedro Kirby is in 3rd position. In 4th, we have Laura
It's
Chung.
Chung. Yes.
Laura Chung in
And in
4th
5th
position.
is Isaac Fashere, yes.
6th is one of the AJ Foyt cars, so it's either Parrish or Quintino. I need to have a look at the number to see who it is.
I think it's Quintino.
It is no, it's Parrish. Parrish is in 6th position, and
It
it
is
is Joe
Parrish.
in 7th. Gabriel Quintino in 8th. In 9th is Michael Clark, and in 10th, running out the top 10 is the number 3 of Will Neller. So that's how
Yep.
the top 10 currently stands at the moment. As we have, as Yuri said to us, you can't quite hear. We do have 18 cars left, so just under half the pack left.
Glazebrook's lost a lot of positions. I don't see him anywhere near the top 10, and fears that damage may have some effect after all on his race.
Yeah, that damage he had from the previous pace car, of course. I'm guessing, I don't know if he's a lap down or not, but definitely that did cost him, that's for sure. The man who took pole yesterday.
Yeah, he had a collision with Waldinger and with Griffiths on his pole lap, but thankfully he didn't get any damage in that, but now he's got a lot of damage, I think. He's still going, of course, but his chances of winning the 500 have gone down somewhat.
I think that was him towards the back of the pack there, so I would presume he's lying around about 15th place if he's not a lap down. Or
Yeah, I guess so.
Or 17th at the worst because of Nguyen being 3 laps down from the pack. So
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see on that. And so safety car's still out.
Go in the pits.
See, it is.
lap.
The lights are off, so it will be coming in this time by.
Yeah, last lap of this caution, and that massive train of cars, even though it's last two of the drivers in it during a crash, well, it's now been merged entirely with the rest of the pack once again because of the pace car.
So some people are putting some predictions that even Michael Clark has, not Michael Clark, Michael Mocho, the other Michael, has gone as far as to say the number 22 might win despite being 3 laps down. Lol. That's of course who I'm in the Nguyen.
Well, to finish first you have to finish, and if everyone in front of him, the ENFs, then Harman Gwyn will be winning this race, but of course, we're still a long way away from that.
That is for sure. And it is Glazebrook that's bringing up the rear of that pack. So,
So he's in 17th, I assume. Only in Gwyn
if,
behind him.
if he's a lap down, then he's 17th. But if he's not, then he'll be 15th. So we'll have to see on that.
Yeah, so it seems... Yuri, could you take a quick check for us, if you can?
And so let's see if we can have a look. To see where Glazebrook is, because we don't know if he's a lap down or not. So have a look. P14 actually, it's not P15. So our apologies there.
So I think it's 3 cars a lap down and then Nguyen 3 laps down.
Yes, as you can see there. So
and those cars are Parachki and Campana and Grant, I believe.
The 32 is Lincoln Campana. The 66 is Sean Grant. And
as we're racing, and Gabriel Gomez will be accelerating very soon to start the new green flag period. The Brazilian DTM champion and GP2 runner-up in 2015 has gone racing once again.
And here we go.
Yep, Gabriel Gomez sprinting at the front of the pack. Japero could be already trying to make a move on Waldinger. He's not waiting long.
Interesting start from Laura Chung. In 1966 in the Indy 500 in real life, only 7 cars finished. So,
wow.
So it's not the lowest we've had in the Indy 500, but yeah, so 18 cars left as we've got a battle for second brewing.
Yeah, so a low amount of finishers should not be a massive surprise. Of course, still a surprise, but not massive. As Jean-Pierre Courby is desperate trying to pass Ben Waldinger, I think he might get him now into turn 4. And yes, the two Brazilians are P1 and P2. Of course, Gabriel Quintino, third Brazilian, is still in the race, but he's now on the top 3 right now.
He's currently, well, according to that leaderboard, he's 8th, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's changed since then. And he's now up to 7th.
On Waldinger, and she's got past him, I'm in the 3rd place. As Jean-Pierre Courby is lining up his compatriot Gabriel Gomez. Two Brazilians fighting each other for the lead of this race, but Chung is there as well, as is Waldinger and Fasheray. And also, I think there's Parrish behind, joining the fight as well.
Through the left-hander we go now then. Kirby now in the lead, getting by on Gomez, and Chung's also following through.
And Gomez might lose the other place because here comes Ben Waldinger.
On the straight we go. Chung now in the slipstream of Kirby. Can she get the move done in the Uncross car?
Overtaking Gomez. Chung is not trying just yet, but will she try into turn 1? No, she's staying put for now. Maybe staying low could have a chance into 2. I think someone's coming out of the pit lane.
Yep. There is somebody coming out of the pit. I think that looks like... Who is that? That looks like...
it's Jones. No, it's Jaco Gamba.
Guy started on the front row with Glazebrook, so it's not gone well for the front runners.
Not so far anyway, but Lord Chung is in the lead of the race there. She's passed JP Kirby. Now Ben Waldinger back in the 3rd. Trying to get back on this train. He's very close as Parrish is making places as well.
And also, yeah, Parrish is now in this group for the lead at the moment as Willows and Quintino are fighting for what is 7th position. As Danny inside goes Kirby, also trying to drag Waldinger along with him. And
which he has done.
And
Chung loses 2 places, and Parrish might have a chance to get her as well.
And now heading down the straight.
Parrish has a chance to make a move on Chung, and Waldinger staying put. Might try something in turn 4.
Heading down towards that final corner now. Then will Waldinger try and get the lead off Kirby if he can. And
I have to try something on the exit. So far, no. But have a great run. As will Chung. So which one's going to be in the lead?
Chung now going to be
inside.
Yep. Chung's trying to go for 2nd place.
Yes, and Jean-Pierre Courby continues to lead for now. As here goes Gabriel Gomez. Trying to get back towards the front. I think he's up in the 3rd now. Yes. I'll be trying to slipstream Chung.
On the inside, and that's P3 for Gomez. And might drag Parrish along if he can.
Yes, he's passing Waldinger right now. Up towards P4, well, Parrish. This will be his best position so far in the race. And can he get at 1, 2, or 3 better? We'll see for the American. The highest placed American in this race, of course, but not the highest placed from the American continent. Or continents, depending on your worldview, because Jean-Pierre Courby from Brazil is leading.
Through the left-hander now, then Chung trying to get underneath Kirby if she can. She's going for it. She might try and grab the lead back off Kirby.
Which she has done.
Yes, she might also drag Gomez along.
and Parrish. They're squabbling for third, which might soon turn into second because Kirby is vulnerable.
To the left, Parrish is also going to grab third from Kirby because he's right in the slipstream of Gomez. Gomez now going to the inside of Chung.
And take a look at this. Willows is closing into the group. There might be 8 cars fighting.
There's also Quintino, I think, is in that. Is he? No. In fact, Willows has actually disposed of Quintino, I think.
No, Quintino is in there.
No. Both AJ fights are in this group. So.
And one AJ fight is trying to make a move for the lead. Well, Parrish passing Gabriel Gomez. And the American crowd cheers as their homeboy, Will Parrish, is in the lead of this race, side by side with Gabriel Gomez.
And Kirby's also...
JP Kirby. Yeah.
Left.
One North
and
American.
Nearly 3 wide. Nearly. It was nearly
yes,
3
so.
wide.
Kirby's taking the lead once again. And here comes Isaac Fashere as well. Fashere will have a great drive.
On the straight we go. Now heading towards the left-hander. And Fashere now gets
got Waldinger making a move. Getting a lot of places is Ben Waldinger. I think he'll be up into third. And yes, he is. Passing Parrish. 8 cars in this fight now. From Kirby all the way down to Willows.
And now heading towards the final 2 turns. Waldinger getting himself in front of Parrish. Also getting in front is Gomez and maybe even Parrish's teammate Quintino. So,
yes. Now Ben Waldinger getting a good run, but I think Gabriel Gomez got an even better run than him. And he'll be aiming to retake that 3rd spot.
All 3 Brazilians who are in this race are now fighting for the lead.
Yes, of course. And another person from the American continent, or continents, is fighting in that fight as well, Will Parrish.
Now they make their way through that left-hander now then. As Waldinger's in the slipstream of Fashere right now. Now going to the inside. Willows is in 6th position, getting ahead of both Chung and I believe that is Parrish.
Quintino. I think it's Quintino.
Parrish has got blue on the front
Parrish.
of the car. Quintino's got red on the front of the car.
Yes, you're right, Joe. Thank you. As Kirby has extended his lead just a little bit, Wallinger's up in second, and Gomez will have another crack at him. Try and get back in 2nd place, Gabriel Gomez, and chase down his compatriot.
Through the left-hander we go. Gomez currently...
Go a little lower. As Willows is crashed! Willows is crashed with Parrish! And oh my god, they collect on our cars as well! Big collision! Big collision! Willows rolls over many times. He's out of this race. Chung involved as well. Oh my gosh, another huge one. Quintino has been taken out completely. Chung narrowly avoids coming with another car. Fashere is still in the race. Quintino's engine is blown. Gaba! Gaba's right at the back of Fashere. He's out as well.
Oh, look at...
And Nguyen, he collects the chaos as well, and Nguyen might be out. He's taking some damage. Parishki's still going. Glazebrook's still going, but I think Nguyen might have blown his engine. And oh my god, we got another big one on lap 80 of this race. Pace car out, naturally, but let's see what happened.
Big pace car today, so let's see.
Now we got that half a dozen. Willows, just collided with Quintino there, and they both went towards the inner wall.
Crash,
I think Willows just went for a gap that wasn't there, and unfortunately, that's what caused the concertina, electing Quintino with him.
Yeah. I think it must be painful to commentate over your own massive crash, Joe. How does it feel?
You get over it. So,
yeah, fair enough. And oh my god, Chunk took a lot of knocks in that fight as well, her car. But she is still in the race, I believe. Parrish out. Quintino's blown his engine. Gamba, I thought he was going to stay in this race, but he collected Fashere from behind, gave him a little push, but Gamba is out.
A bit of a
and Nguyen took some damage as well. Yeah. Is Nguyen out too? I'm not quite sure. Glazebrook's still in this race. Barashki's still in this race.
I think his engine might be a bit smoky, so it might be over for him as long as he doesn't blow it. And yeah, well, I don't know there because we've just cut back to the live coverage.
Shopper Corby coming into the pits. Did he take any damage? Gabriel Gomez pitting as well.
These are scheduled. Are these all scheduled? I think these all. Or
yeah, and Campana.
Taking advantage of the fact that the pace car is out.
Yeah, and I think Campana did pit before, so yeah. Willows is out for sure. Yeah, unfortunately.
Amber is out. He's in the pit lane, so he's out of the race. So is that Parrish who's out, or is that a scheduled stop?
Out.
So
was a piston problem for Nguyen. That's his out. And the 29 has a fuel issue, it seems.
Fashere. It's fascia, Ray.
Oh yeah, factory very low on fuel.
Unless that was caused by the accident and it's leaked fuel.
Yeah.
So I think
Glazebrook
we're
got
still
slow
in the
stuff, I
teens
think.
at the moment when it comes to the number of cars. Glazebrook's still in this race somehow, despite the damage that he took in the safety car before the last safety car.
I feel he's achieved ultra instinct in this race because no matter what you throw at him, he can avoid it, and he keeps going.
Bella coming out onto the track, and somebody else also being serviced as well, unless is that
That's
Chung?
Chung. Yeah, she took heavy damage in that one, so.
She out, or I think she might be out of the race actually, unless that's just no. She survived. She survived.
Gamba survived as well.
No, Garma didn't. He's not on Jacks. Chung survived because she was on the Jacks. So Chung has actually survived that crash.
Yeah.
But
And oh my goodness, drama keeps just piling on, and Ben Waldinger is in the lead of the race. I'm not sure if Campana is in second or just a lap down. I think he's a lap down.
I'm wondering that as well, Flo, because my car was up in the air, but I'm not 100% sure. So we know that Chung survived the crash. She's still in the race.
Looks
There's
like
a few more now.
Campana and Jones will be boxing. No, that's Grant, not Jones. I'm sorry.
Yep. So
the lap counters has an issue. It says 0.
no, it doesn't. Not where I'm looking.
Pace car.
It said for a few seconds. We're looking at
Yeah,
pace car,
it was-
maybe, I guess.
Yeah. it
Probably looking at that.
Anyway, we're gonna start lap 83 now. We have Mans Wallinger is leading. How many cars are left in this? Jeez. I think
Not really updating, is it, at the moment? 13 cars. Okay, so we're still in the teens.
Yeah.
Not quite at the.
Yeah.
So we've got 13 left in this race.
Under a third, and one of those 13 will be taking home the 500 champion.
It doesn't look like I survived, Flo, so I think I'm out of the race because my car's not out on track.
Yeah, so it seems, and Franco Gamba is out as well. And a lot of the people who are still in the race have taken some sort of damage. So those who haven't will have a great advantage in the remaining laps.
We have 117 laps remaining. We haven't reached the halfway point of the race yet.
Yeah, I can tell for sure the top 3 are perfectly okay. They don't have any sort of damage.
That is for sure.
Ibowo is up into 4th place, or is he a lap down? No, it's legitimately up into 4th. Michael Clark is 5th. A lot of Englishmen here in this little train.
More have caught up now to the back of Chung's car. They are, of course, the people we just saw pitting a little earlier on.
Yes, and the
lights are still on.
Is it coming in?
No, the lights were still on. The lights were still on. So
they're
it's still
yeah.
staying out.
For an extra lap?
So, we'll have to see when they go off. See, we're not at the line yet. They might go off when the line. We get to the line.
Yeah, it should be in a couple seconds' time.
Have a look. So we look at Waldinger, who's about to cross that line, and the lights are off, so it's coming in.
Yes, we'll be racing at the end of this lap once again. And Mans Waldinger will be controlling the field. He's been pretty much an outsider in this race, but in the last green flag period, he's been making his presence known. And he avoided the chaos and is now in the race lead. But João Pedro Curbi and Gabriel Gomez, who have been even more prolific in that fight, they're going to fight even harder.
So, as we said, the safety car's coming in. So here's the leaderboard so far then, as we're on lap 84 of 200. Ben Waldinger leads from JP Kirby in 2nd position. It's Gabriel Gomez in 3rd, with Victor Ibobo now up into 4th position. And then it is Michael Clark in 5th, with Etienne Jones in 6th, Oliver Glazebrook in 7th, Will Neller in 8th, Loa Chung in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Lean Campana.
Yes, and I'd just like to add, these pace cars we had in this race, they're the first they're the first safety cars in the entire GP4C history because, of course, the game Grand Prix 4 doesn't have the safety car. It's only in our 2003, and since we don't have any last time, these are the first safety cars of the LC fraternity, and yeah.
And I wish that Grand Prix 4 did have a safety car, to be honest, because that would have added a bit more spice, but unfortunately it doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
it'd be very difficult to mod that in, but it'd be nice if we had that. But still, we have it here right now in the Indy 500.
driving a Chevrolet Camaro. Very nice car.
Yes, indeed.
As, we're now at the final corner, and we will be seeing that Chevy Camaro go into the pits.
Yes, and Mans Wallinger will be resuming the race as leader.
And obviously he will control the pack.
Yeah, but for how long? He will accelerate when he gets the chance. Which is... now! A little late, but we're racing.
Again.
It's a great run from Kirby, I have to say.
Might try and go for it. He's going to the inside.
Already.
Let's have a go. Might try and grab the lead from Valiant if he can. Into 2. Can Kirby grab the lead?
Surely.
And yes, he can.
Yeah, Gabriel Gomez should be getting in the fight as well.
Only 2 Brazilians left in this race after Quintino retired.
Yes.
So,
and now Gomez is taking the lead. Side by side with his compatriot. Very, very close action here. Gabriel Gomez has got him.
So Bobo is getting up into 3rd position. He wants a piece of the pie if he can into this battle for the lead.
We haven't seen him at all in this Racy Bobo, but now he's pulling a surprise and fighting for the top spots.
There's the only Schmidt-Peterson left as well. Let's not forget as well.
Yes, of course. Now Gomez, still finding his compatriot Jean-Pierre Kirby, will be taking the lead out of turn 2, I suppose. And yes.
In down the straight now then. Jared Fosbury, that's not Jared. No, is it?
It's Ben Baldinger.
No, it's Etienne Jones, the silver car, remember.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little bit further back from this group of 5 that's fighting at the moment. Even Michael Clark's in this fight as well, so he could get himself into the mix if he can.
Yeah, very close to connect there between Gomez and Ibobo. Ibobo is making the pass. And Valdinger is there as well.
Side by side they go. Ibobo's on the inside. Valdinger trying to go with him if he can. And
yes,
Ibobo takes 2nd place.
And Gomez was in another spot. Vallinger's up in the 3rd. Clark joining this fight as well now. Yes, our favorite chat commentator is finally in the fight for the win.
Yeah.
As through goes Valdinger into 2nd place, passing on Ibobo. Clark getting underneath Gomez. He could also get underneath Ibobo if he can.
Gomez having to slow down there behind Bobo.
And Clark gets himself into 3rd, I believe.
Yes. Ibobo is still side by side. Ibobo is still there though. Clark will have the inside line. Should guarantee him the position.
And
I think Ibobo went a little too high up. Might cause him another so close to Gomez once again. But Gomez has got him. As Vallinger's chasing down Jean-Pierre Kirby to try to take the lead again.
Jones is now catching up to this group as well, so he now can try and get himself into the scrap.
Yeah, we got 2 little subgroups right now. The front 2 and then the next 3.
Yep, battling for 3rd position. Valdinger trying to have a go at Kirby if he can.
I think these 2 guys have been the story so far in this stint, but of course you have to give credit to Clark and Bobo because they come from nowhere and they're fighting with the top drivers.
The first corner.
Kirby continues to lead, but Vallinger is still there, and Gomez, watch for him, he'll have a chance as well. Get closer.
On the inside, can Valdinger get the move done on Kirby? No, he's going to hang back. Is Gomez going to try and take advantage now as he's got himself back in this group?
It's a great opportunity. He's going to go for it. Yes. Into turn 4, he's going to have the advantage.
Peter.
How hard will Valdinger fight? Not too hard. Gomez up into 2nd, sorry. Can Valdinger stick with him, or will he be overtaken by Clark and Bobo?
And now heading towards that first corner. As looks like Ibobo's trying to get back at Clark if he can.
Yeah, I can see that. And meanwhile, Gomez fighting for the lead with his compatriot once again as we're on lap 90 of this race. 10 laps to go until the halfway point as Gabriel Gomez, Mens Vallinger, and Jean-Pierre Kirby have been the story so far in this race, or this is the past stint, because they've been the ones fighting for the lead. Of course, watch for Michael Clark and Bobo. They could try something. As Gomez is back in the lead, Vallinger's going to jump into second, passing Kirby.
And cars are only on the lead lap at the moment.
Yeah, and of course, some of the cars in that front 10 have damage, so the front 5 should have an easy time pulling away from them.
What was you saying earlier, Dennis?
Yeah. By the way, only 12 cars remaining. Just found out.
12? Seems we only have 12 cars to go. Well, left in the straight
I believe
side.
it was 13. I believe it's 13 according to Yuri. So,
Well, and Gwyn is still in the straight, but he's quite a way off. Oh, I see.
okay. I'll have to have a look to see on the leaderboard to see who it is. As Valdinger's on the back of Gomez. By 14,
Yeah,
that's Quintino. Oh, we mentioned that earlier. So, not real difference there. So,
12 cars left in this Indy 500. Almost said Grand Prix there. It's not Grand Prix. It's even better. As Vallinger's fighting with Gomez for the lead. I think that's Bobo who's past Kirby. But Kirby's trying to get back at him. As Vallinger is taking the lead now, which he has done.
Kirby and Bobo side by side. Clark just looking on to see if he can try and get any opportunity he can. He's actually falling a bit behind from this group, it must be said.
Still is getting a lot of draft, a lot of tow, a lot of slipstream, call it whatever you want. The point is he's getting it, and he'll stick as close as he can to these guys.
Remember
As
as
Kirby's
well,
jumping back in a second.
whoever finishes in the top 5 in this race gets an automatic ticket to next season's Indy 500, providing they sign up, of course, in the sign-ups.
Yep, that's right. As Vallinger continues to lead, but Kirby is attacking. And I think Vallinger will have to concede the place. And unlike Donald Trump, he will concede, but yeah, Jean-Pierre Kirby has taken the lead.
He has taken the lead. Gomez now going through his fellow compatriot for the lead.
Glad you like
And,
my joke there, guys.
As Kirby just going to hold on for the brief time.
Yep.
As
Gomez still
Bobo's
there.
on the inside of Valdinger.
Vallinger has to go high, and the Bobo's through. Up in the third place, sorry, not fourth.
Here comes Gomez on the inside of Kirby. Is this going to be a lead change between the two Brazilians? And
Not just
yes,
yet.
Yes.
Now,
it is
yes.
now.
Yes, and Vallinger back in third. Got it, Bobo. Clark's sticking close with these guys, but look at the gap behind. 3 seconds.
Yep, as Clark now got himself back into the group, as everybody else is squabbling. Well, in fact, even Jones has got a bit of a gap to 7th place Will Neller at this point in time.
Yeah, that's right.
Making their way through the final corner now then. And let's see now then, as they come down the straight. Here comes Kirby again on Gomez.
Gonna have a good chance. Gomez going very high this time.
Got it. Clark's dropping back a bit now from this group, and Kirby retakes the lead. Bobo gets third, trying to get underneath Gomez if he can.
Looks like he will jump up to second.
And
No, I think he's still
Valdinger-
just a little bit behind Gomez, but he might have a shot. Vallinger's trying to come back at both of them, though, so might go 3 wide. We'll see.
Oh.
Now Vallinger's staying put. Bobo's through.
is through, and now Clark gets himself back in this little group. All this is doing is allowing Kirby to just stretch away just a little bit. But
Yes,
if
of
I
course.
were Kirby, I wouldn't ease up straight away, given that this is the Indy 500.
Yeah, these guys still, of course, can. For the longest part of this race, you don't want to be leading. I think Helio Castroneves once said, you want to be in second place when you get to the last lap of the 500 because the slipstream is just so powerful, and everyone will get it except the leader.
Valdinger now getting by on a Bobo, as Clark gets underneath Gomez now in the battle for fourth.
Yes, and I think he's got him, Clark, but Bobo's having to be passed by Vallinger for now. Clark secures his first spot for now, but Gomez will try to fight back. Clark might have a run at Bobo, his compatriot. Of course, they run under different flags because Bobo uses the British flag while Clark uses the English flag. But they're still compatriots, you know, and now Clark is still battling with Gomez. Gomez very brave, hanging around the outside, but Clark's got him.
Valdinger now on the back of Kirby, trying to fight for the lead if he can.
Yes, good observation there, Joe. Kirby once again under pressure from Vallinger. And he'll be having a decent chance. Will he try something in turn 3? It's going to allow Bobo to get closer. As Jones has dropped to almost 6 seconds behind the leaders. He's lost a lot of pace.
Unfortunately, you did, Thanos. She was involved in an accident. One of the accidents we've had today.
I think the first, not the first one, the second one, I think.
As now Valdinger on the back of Kirby. Can the Hungarian try and grab the lead? As they make their way through the first
9 to
bend.
1, but usually the person who goes high in 1 will lose out in 2. Luckily for Kirby, you'll only lose out 1 place, it seems. But Valdinger is taking the lead. Side by side with Kirby, but he will have the advantage in towards 3.
Side by side they go.
Yep.
And that should be the lead for Valdinger, I believe. Kirby's still trying to stick with him, but Valdinger has it as Iboba is now trying to get underneath.
Yep. So here they go. Fight continues and Bobo is in second. As we're looking at Parashki for just a second. Ben's Valdinger leads and Gomez is overtaking his compatriot. Clark has dropped some ground. Just a little bit.
Through the corners we go now then. Gomez getting underneath Kirby. Now trying to get underneath Iboba if he can in the fight for second place.
He was very close to Bobo there, but I think he will get him the better run here. But watch for Kirby. He might try something. This is helping Ben Valdinger a lot. Bobo loses those 2 places. This is allowing Clark to get closer. Gomez has caught up back to Valdinger once again. He'll have a chance of running him at the last corner.
Down the straight, as we will be at the halfway point in the race, we start lap 100.
And that's 250 miles done.
And now Gomez going underneath Valdinger. And that's the lead.
Yes, it is. And now with Bobo, might have a chance to get third or even second.
And side by side they go.
Bobo's not close enough behind Valdinger, but he has the advantage on Kirby. Clark sitting patiently in 5th place, waiting for an opportunity, which might come now as Kirby is being overtaken.
He's next through the final 2 turns, starting lap 101 very soon.
Yep. Gomez continues to lead, but Valdinger is keeping up with them. So far, the fight has either been Valdinger against the Brazilian or a Brazilian against the Brazilian.
And now
looks like that's going to keep going for a little longer as Clark is up into 4th.
He is up into 4th position at number 23, but Kirby's trying to get back underneath him. Now Valdinger.
Did I just see Parashki a little bit in front of them? I think they might be catching the lap to a Red Bull racing car. Yes, it is Parashki, the champion.
They're not far away.
Yeah, he'll have to make way for them once they reach him. As Valdinger, he's got Gomez now, I think, on the extra 4. Towards the line, Gomez will be in front just a little bit. Valdinger will have the chance to turn 1. Actually, Gomez is pulling away.
It's a bit. Looks like he just had enough momentum to get down into the first corner in the lead.
Can he hold on into 2? Yes, he can. Valdinger is still close, and he will have a great run. As will Bobo, actually. And there is Parashki closing a lot.
Getting close to the back marker now then. Hopefully it should
How will he affect this battle?
Affect it too much because he's not battling with anyone, unlike with Nguyen and Grant that we saw a little earlier. I believe it was Grant.
Very close to contact there between the 2 leaders, Nguyen and Valdinger. Not Nguyen and Valdinger, sorry. Gomez and Valdinger. Now Valdinger has a clear way because Parashki is holding them up. Parashki impeding the leaders. Only 1 GP2 champion impeding the 1 DTM champion.
Oh no!
The car, Kirby around! Massive crash, and we're down to 10 cars! We are down to 10 cars, and Valdinger and Kirby have crashed out brutally. Pace car once again for the 7th time! And oh my god! Parashki causing drama, and Benz Valdinger had a great shot to win, and now he's out of this race.
Game over for both Kirby and Valdinger.
Yeah,
my dog
disturbed everyone in there. Everyone had to slow down, but Sam didn't get the memo, and there just wasn't enough space, and collision was inevitable, and it happened. Kirby pretty much pushing him into the inside wall. And oh my god, there. Spectacular crash. Even if it's just 2 cars, you can still get dramatic moments just like this. As we pass the halfway mark, we're going to get another pace car for the 7th time. Of course, it's been a long green flag period, and we've only 10 cars now left in the race. And as I mentioned, I think only 4 cars actually don't have damage, or maybe 3. We might be in for a boring second half of the race, but still, 2 of the main contenders are out. And what does this mean for Gabriel Gomez, for Victory Bobo, for Michael Clark? Well, it means they're the favorites now.
Unless somebody else from that other group gets themselves involved, and the pace car is actually going to get in front of these leaders, so then they can form behind it.
Yes, they're letting it past.
So that's that then, really. So the 10 cars left, of course. Abel Gomez, Michael Clark, who's in second place, actually. Victor Abobo, Etienne Jones, Will Neller, Laura Chung, Oliver Glazebrook. Well, he says Valdinger, but we know he's out, as is Kirby, so we will wait for the rest of it. I believe it is Campana,
And
Nigurin, and Pratchke. That's how it
Gomez is
orders.
spitting, as are the ones behind him.
The lap cars are not, I don't believe.
Will we get change of leadership now? As everyone's spitting, I wonder if the damaged cars might have a chance to repair some more damage at this pit stop, or if that's it for them. They can't repair anymore, I'm not sure. Looks like it's slow stuff for Gomez.
I think these are the usual speeds of stops for this game, I think. So let's see.
All right, then. Let's see, can Gomez return in the lead? We've seen quite dramatic swings of situation during the pit stops. Are we going to get another one? Looks like Gomez is safe. He will be leading this race once again.
As Glazebrook is at the end of his box.
Yeah. Where is Gomez? There he is. It's actually a very quick stop for Glazebrook. I think, but no, he still has to. He's still on the jacks, and Gabriel Gomez returns as a race leader. Michael Clark up in second now.
Remember, of course, Gomez started in last position, so imagine if he wins.
Yeah, and considering he only has to fight 2 non-damaged cars, so he has a 30% probability to win at this point. But of course, nothing is set in stone. We still got 95 laps to go. And is that Laura Chung in third? I think she's made her way back into third place, even with the little damage she had. Or big damage.
Let's have a look. Well, it says 032 in third position. So it might be lower. It is it? No, I think that's a Bobo, actually. So it's not updated properly.
Are you sure? I guess you're right.
7.
Yeah. In fact, Chung is actually behind Nella.
Yeah, it's clearly updated wrong. And I think the back markers will be boxing. Because...
Ratchke, Campana, and Grant, of course. I believe it's Grant.
I feel bad. And also on Goya. But I feel bad for these guys because they're not going to get the chance to unlap themselves. Only 6 cars, I believe, left on the lead lap once they make their stop, which I'm doing now.
Yeah, so, in fact, where is Nguyen still in this race? Because I haven't seen him for a while.
He might be out, I'm not sure.
Is that him there? Actually? No, that's Will Neller. They're both in yellow cars, Neller and Nguyen. We need to see if the 22 is still in the race. To see if...
I think not.
Let's have a look. Don't think... Well, then again, he was a number of laps down. That doesn't really tell us much, the top 10.
Yeah, I might have to wait another lap to find out if he's still in this race, of course.
So, Gomez still at the moment leading the way.
Yeah, before he catches up to Wallinger's wreck in the lap counter.
Yep. So, through the left-hander we go.
Yep.
As the safety car lights are still on at the moment. We are on lap 106 of 200, so 94 after this. Hopefully it's green throughout the remainder of it, but you never know, of course.
Yes, you're right.
And so the safety...
And 3 or 4 cars, I think, now on the lead lap. And so, of course, that would leave only 6 cars well for the win, some of them with damage. So really, the favorites to win are Gomez, Clark, and Bobo. But of course, it's still anyone's game.
Yep. As making our way towards the final 2 corners.
Yuri, could you check for us if Nguyen is still in the race, please?
As just looking for the number 22, if we can. Maybe on that leaderboard. No, he's out. He's out of the race. So we haven't got the failure. In the race. Yeah, so
we're waiting for Parachki to. So it's still 10 cars.
Nguyen has been out for quite a bit, so we do apologise. Don't know if he got involved in the previous accident or not, but
said he had a failure in the pits, so yeah.
He might have had a failure in the pits then, so that's a shame for him.
It is very possible. Indeed, quite a shame for the Vietnamese driver. I think he will be classified 13th or something. I'm not quite sure, but either way, he's in the top 20. Even if he's out, you're still classified in the 500.
as Gomez makes his way towards the first corner. The lights are out, so the pace car will be coming in this lap.
Yes, that's right. And Rod Chung is back in 5th place. Does she have a chance to fight with the leaders? Does will never have a chance to fight with the leaders because, of course, both of them sustained some damage earlier on in this race. So I'm not
Now
quite sure if they'll be able to fight, but we'll never know for sure.
Now the top 10 has now been updated, so it is Gable Gomez who leads, Michael Clark in 2nd, Victor Bobo in 3rd, Will Neller in 4th, Laura Chung 5th, Etienne Jones in 6th, Oliver Glazebrook in 7th, with Lincoln Pano in 8th, Sean Grant in 9th, and Ennis Paratsky in 10th.
Yep, and behind them there's no one because they're the only cars left in this race, shockingly. After 103 laps, we only have 10 cars remaining. And of course, 4 laps of caution.
A race of attrition this has been.
Quite rightly so. We suspected it ever since the first pace car on lap 2, and it's proven out to be the case, unfortunately for a lot of people in this race.
All the cars are equal, Ennis. There is no differences. It's just the shape. So ignore it.
And of course, the cars with damage, of course, they'll have a disadvantage.
So, coming around the final 2 corners now, and we will begin again.
Yep, that's right. Gabriel Gomez, one of the only 3 cars who hasn't taken any damage at all or hasn't fallen a lap down. Alongside the 2 Brits of Michael Clark and Victor Bobo behind him. These 3 will be the favorites early on in this stint to fight for the victory. So can Gomez hold them off? Or maybe could an outsider snatch victory away from them? 93 laps of action. Mark is his favorite number, of course, as we're going to get racing once again. For the 7th time today, the pace car pulls into the pit lane, and the race is underway. Green flag conditions, and we're waiting for Gabriel Gomez to accelerate.
He has done.
He has done.
And here we go.
Good launch for Clark.
And towards the first corner.
Yeah.
And Clark really behind.
Neller trying to keep close to these guys. I don't know how much he can do that. Still, he'll be trying his very best. The reigning OC champion. Now the reigning DTM champion. Under attack from the reigning Formula E champion. And Bobo, who is not the reigning champion, but still he is racing and wants to be the 500 champion.
And inside goes a Bobo on Clark, and that should be P2 there. Nella trying to get himself involved in the scrap as well.
Yeah.
Nella, of course, the only driver left who has won the Monaco Grand Prix, so looking to become the first double crown winner if he can.
Yeah, and I think it's funny that in the top 4 we have 3 champions from last season.
Yep, they are, of course, Gomez, Clark, and Nella.
And of course, Ennis Paratsky down in 10th, the reigning GP2 champion.
And, just hang on a minute. Continue commenting.
All right. Very well then, as we're looking at Bobo trying to pressure Gomez into taking the lead. Victor Bobo has not led this race so far, but now he has a golden opportunity. As Dennis, are you still there? Just wanted to make sure.
I'm still here.
And look at Will Neller. He's putting pressure on Michael Clark as Bobo is taking the lead. Neller seems to have gotten over his damage and is now back at full speed. And Will Neller, the car number 3, is up into position number 3.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Yeah. Now with Bobo in the lead, fighting with Gomez. Neller might have sorted his damage out, which is great news for him and great news for everyone wanting to watch board F3 cars racing for the win. Now with Bobo defending from Gomez towards turn 3.
Can you to turn 4?
Not quite yet. Close to collision there. Gomez will have the advantage now, going low, which is usually the winning ticket. Gabriel Gomez is in this race once again. Will Neller will have a great run on these guys. Car number 3 in the Penske. I believe that's Simon Pagenaud Penske, if I'm not wrong.
I don't know.
Either way, he's making a move on his compatriot Victor Bobo. And can he get past him? You know, Lynn Campana in 8th place, the only American left in this race. He's a lap down, so I don't think he'll be improving on that position for now. As Neller hasn't been able to overtake, Gomez still leads. It's good we have a 4-way fight instead of a 3-way fight. It's better than I expected. Then we have a fight going, that's what matters. As we're on lap 111. Now Bob again, great drive towards Gomez. Into turn 1, they're gonna go. Who will be in front? It's still Gomez for now, but he's going a little higher up. Might give a Bobo a chance into 2. Doesn't take too much advantage. Gomez holding on. They might be going side by side just a little bit. No, I think Gomez still has the edge. He's helping Neller out. But Ibobo will have a great chance towards Prix. And yes, he's taking the lead. Neller sticking with him as well. It's great to see Will Neller back in the scrap for the lead. He did take so much damage in the early contact, it seems. And now he's fighting. Champion fighting with champions. And with Victor Ibobo, who will be hoping to join them on the list of champions, of course.
Yeah.
Now Gomez taking back the lead from Ibobo. Which he has done. Robert Chung, meanwhile, is 3 seconds behind. Etienne Jones, 2 seconds behind the pack. As Gomez takes back the lead once again. Oh, contact between Gomez and Ibobo and Neller! Oh my goodness me! And they've touched again! Oh, so
But
close
they
to chaos there. Yeah. How did they survive that? Very close trade between the two Brits. It might have taken both of them out of this race, but it hasn't. It's given Gomez a little breathing space. But still, that was something else.
It was a very close one.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Dennis. You're right. Now Ibobo, he's got his focus back after that scare. It was very scary. I'm glad they did it up in the wall already, Fig. And Ibobo will be hunting down Gabriel Gomez once again, resuming his battle with the Brazilian. Ibobo has raised over under the Nigerian flag and under the British flag. Now under the British flag. Either way, both of them are from both sides of the Atlantic. No matter which way you look at it. The African side or the European side for Ibobo. And the South American side, of course, for Gomez. It's one side of the Atlantic against another, as Ibobo is making a move. Which he has done. Ibobo is back in the lead, and now Will Neller has a great chance on Gabriel Gomez.
Can you make it to turn 3?
Are you back, Joe? Just checking.
I think not yet.
I don't think... Joe, if you're trying to say something, we can't hear you. Just saying. As Gabriel Gomez is taking the lead again. Yeah, Ibobo went a little wide. Is this an opportunity for Neller? Clark is losing some ground to them. Trying to stay in the slipstream of whoever's in third and close up their way. And now Neller might be making the move up to second. Ibobo has gone very high up. And yes, Neller is up into second place. This is the fight of true champions. As now Will Neller is chasing Gabriel Gomez. Keeps chasing still. Ibobo's still there, but he's gonna have to concede the place.
Yeah, now Neller's ahead.
Yes, he is. He's giving Gomez a little advantage. But I'm sure the Brits, the 3 Brits hunting him down, will be hoping to chase them down and capture the position, of course.
Yeah.
Also, Yuri, what's the 151.079? Because that's clearly not the average lap speed, so I wonder what is it?
It's the average the race. All laps.
Oh, the average speed of the race, I see. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dennis. You didn't have to get Yuri to answer after all. But now, Michael Clark is making an answer to Victor Ibobo, trying to fight his compatriot, and his other compatriot, Will Neller, for second place. Clark is now back in the third. Gomez extending his advantage just a little bit. Jones has fallen 5 seconds behind these guys. I'd have a tough time closing them down. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. As Chung has lost ground as well, to do all the damage. So it's just between these 4 for now. Will Neller trying to close up on Gabriel Gomez. The 2 other Brits lining up behind Neller for a pass. Ibobo going low might be his chance. He's got past Neller now. And Clark will do the same, I think, in the 4. On the exit, yes, I think he's got him. Still going side by side, but Clark will have the advantage. Neller has some slipstream from Ibobo. I don't think it's going to be enough to keep his compatriot behind.
Clark, go ahead.
Neller's holding on. For now, Clark's got him,
Now
though.
he's ahead.
Yeah, good move from Michael Clark. And now Gabriel Gomez under pressure once again. The man who's led most of this race is going to have to fight Victor Ibobo once again.
What was closing down on Gomez?
Yeah. These two guys have been battling for a while at least, and they're gonna keep fighting, maybe all the way to the checker flag. I'm hoping there won't be any more pace cars. So of course I might be jinxing. I hope not. Anyway, Bobo has a great chance to get past Gabriel Gomez now. Staying put for now, but I'll have the inside towards 2, which is where he will get him for sure. Yes.
Yes. Yes, it's
Neller and Clark still battling side by side behind them. Got 2 subgroups in this fight for the win. And the only fight going on track, I should say, because everyone else is either a lap down, or 2 laps down, or they have damage. Ibobo consolidating his lead now with the pass. Gomez will be bouncing back as soon as he can. Lap 120 has been complete. We're on lap 121.
yeah.
And Gabriel Gomez back in the lead. Bobo's lead didn't last long. Wilner into third. Battling Clark. He might have a chance to get past Bobo. Still sticking close to him. Clearly Gomez is feeling the pressure at least for now. But these guys keep fighting. He's gone a little wide. Will this be an opportunity for the Brit into 4? Not yet, but he will have a chance towards turn 1. As Clark still waiting for a moment to pounce on Neller. Either way, the 2 protagonists at the moment are Gomez and Bobo. Neller hanging back just a little bit. As in towards 2 they go. Gomez going high.
Very up high.
Yes, opportunity for Bobo. He's taking the lead once again, side by side, but he'll be ahead. Neller is trying to use the slipstream as much as he can.
And
This fight cost Gabriel Gomez second place as well. And towards 3 they go. Ooh, close to contact there between Neller and Gomez, but they avoid collision.
Takes second.
Yes, he does. Brilliant stuff. And now it's a British 1-2. Can Clark get involved in this fight as well? It's not 1-2 just yet because Gomez, look at him. He's edging in front, lost 3 line speed, I think. He's past Neller. There's the gun now, though, at the end of turn 1. And now Clark will have an opportunity. Jones has dropped 11 seconds behind. So this is bad news for anyone who wants a 5th party to join this fight. But still, we got these 4 squabbling for a long time, I suppose. As now Gomez making a move to get back past Neller, which he has done. And Clark will have an opportunity in towards 4 now. Trying to take advantage. Side by side with Neller, Clark is ahead.
I think, yeah.
Still Gomez needs to close back down onto Ibobo. As Clark makes his way into 3rd, passing his compatriot. Well, Neller. As now Gomez fighting Ibobo. He's caught him already, closed that gap down. Gomez very fast. And I think that's the lapped car in front of these guys.
Yeah, I wanted to say that.
Gomez in towards 3. His chance to take the lead, which he gets just fine. In towards 4, he's got him, and Ibobo doesn't have an answer for now.
Yeah.
Gabriel Gomez back in the lead as we start lap 125. Five-eighths of this race have been completed. Or 62% if you like. Anyway, big,
62.5.
it's Parachki once again in front of these guys. As Clark and Neller are very close behind Bobo. Parachki starting to move over. He needs to be careful because he's caused drama in the past. I'll be hoping for that not to happen again. He's slowing them down substantially.
I think Ibobo would have problems.
Gomez has passed Parachki. And is that Clark? Yes, it is. Clark gaining a lot and Ibobo losing a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Neller passing Parachki now. And Ibobo passes Parachki as well, so he's out there. He's out of this. He's not worried for them any longer. But Gomez will have to worry about Clark, who's gained the most from this small lap traffic interruption. Michael Clark putting the pressure on Gabriel Gomez. Clark hasn't led this race so far. All the other 3 in this fight have led it. Clark hasn't experienced that just yet. But he wants to do it. He wants to pass Gabriel Gomez, who's led this race the longest. After starting from the very last place, of course.
Yeah, from
13
last-
seconds to
last-
Jones. So Jones is a total outsider in this.
Something happens, hopefully not. First,
I'm happy watching this battle for as long as it lasts. I'll tell you that much. As Clark loses 2 places to his compatriots, to Neller and the Bobo might be trying to go after Neller. Barashki losing a lot of time to these guys. He's already dropped so much behind. As I hope Joe gets back shortly. As Ibobo making a move on his compatriot. As the other compatriot, Michael Clark, getting his nose in there as well. And Neller has lost 2 places yet again. Gomez edging out just a little bit. I think this is the 8th stint, counting of course the first stint. So yeah, we got 7 safety cars, 7 pace cars, 7 caution periods, and the crashes that caused them were all spectacular indeed. Neller dropped into 4th place. I'm so glad Neller is in this fight because I didn't think he would be. I thought it would be just these 3, but Neller is in it, and it's great. It's a great show, I have to say.
it's great to see you with that up ahead.
Yes, of course. And now Ibobo fighting with Gomez.
Oh,
As
Neller
Clark
getting-
is being passed by Neller.
Clark.
Yeah. So far, in the past few laps, the fight has mostly, not entirely, but mostly been Ibobo versus Gomez and Neller versus Clark.
Yeah.
It looks to be staying that way as Neller, after the third once again, Ibobo staying very close to the back of Gomez will have a chance. In towards turn 3, onto the back straightaway. Jones 16 seconds down. Chung 20 seconds down. Blaisbrook 24 seconds down. So they don't have a chance in this. They're complete outsiders. Unfortunately for them. Bobo still all over the back of Gomez. He's been staying put this lap. As we've passed the 2-hour mark 10 minutes ago. Starting lap 130. Victor Bobo still fighting Gabriel Gomez. They've pulled half a second to Will Neller. As Bobo's going for it into 1. Gomez not fighting too hard. Yes, he does. Ibobo's got him. And this is helping Neller, look. Ibobo's still leading, of course. Gomez is gonna have to give up the place.
No, Ibo was fully ahead.
Yes, he is, you're right. And Neller has closed the gap. But now Gomez will be hunting down Ibobo. Trying to get his revenge, take the lead half a lap after losing it. Can he do it in towards turn 1? I think Ibobo has his entire car ahead, so Gomez is gonna have to be very brave if he wants to pass him here, which he doesn't try. Still sticking his nose very close behind Victor Bobo. Jones dropping back even further. Meanwhile, Neller and Clark have closed up once again. Gomez has a run on Bobo in towards turn 3. Will Bobo go high? Goes a little higher, yes. This could cost him in towards 4. Gomez staying here. Gomez doesn't get anything into 4 just yet, but have a great run in towards 1. As Neller is closing in on both of them.
And it's Neller can close the bowl.
Gomez still staying comfortable in 2nd, but he's not so comfortable anymore because Bobo is being overtaken. So Gomez will be now sitting comfortably in 1st, going side by side with Bobo on the banking. And now they're racing in a straight line. And Bobo doesn't have a chance on the outside here, unfortunately for him. But Gabriel Gomez, it's great news for him because he's back in the lead of this race. And now Bobo might have to worry about Will Neller overtaking him. Because here comes Neller. Into 4, very close collision there. But they didn't touch the 2 Brits. As the other Brit, Michael Clark, has dropped back a little bit. Not too much though. Ibobo stays in 2nd. Neller getting very close.
Yeah.
As we reach the 2/3 mark in this race, lap 133.
The 68 laps.
67, you mean?
With this lap, 68.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so the marker will be technically on the next lap. But either way, Ibobo's gotten back on the tail of Gomez. As Clark is trying desperately to close back up to these guys. Ibobo getting a great drive at last corner. Might have a chance to get Gomez on the main straightaway, but Gomez seems to be a little bit faster on the straight lines. The Andretti delivering the business. So Ibobo has to wait. Maybe for turn 2 or turn 3 at the very least. not trying anything into 2 just yet. You'll have a chance in a 3. Clark starting to get closer to Neller once again as Jones is 20 seconds down.
Yeah.
Gomez racing with Ibobo. Ibarra not trying anything into 3. Might have a shot in 4. Very close. Very, very close here.
Very
But we'll have to go a little high to avoid. He's not going to be passing in this lap as now we've officially passed the 2/3 mark. Ibobo moving a lot. We can't find a way just yet. Into 1. Gomez is going high. This is Ibobo's opportunity, which he takes full advantage. He's back in the lead, the British driver. Joe, tell us if you're back up. Checking. As Sean Grant is battling Glazebrook, though I think Grant is a lap down. He is. As Ibobo back in the lead. Gomez has been in first or second for most of this stint. Very consistent. As has Ibobo. Ibobo's fought a little bit with his compatriots too. Gomez not so much. And now Gomez is trying to get back at Ibobo for the lead once again. Let's start the next lap. Staying put behind for now. As I'm looking at the chat just a little bit. Oh, so close. So close. But Gomez is once again in the lead. And you know who this is good news for? It's Neller, because he's closer than ever to these guys.
Yeah.
So what will Neller do? As I think Joe's away for now, but hopefully he comes back soon because he's missing out on a nice battle here. As Gomez continues to lead, Neller might have a great shot at Ibobo. What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah.
Clark losing ground, 0.6 of a second down on the leader. Obviously not good news for him right now, but he will be able to get closer, especially if Ibobo gets overtaken by Neller. It looks like Ibobo will be doing the overtaking instead of being overtaken because he's closing up to Gomez very much.
Yeah. So, see what when Ibobo would take
Very close as they enter turn 4. Ibobo's got him.
Yes. He said.
Or is he? Yes, he is. Gomez still staying close, but he's gonna have to give up into turn 1. The Brit has the better line. And that's gonna send Gomez down to second place. He's still trying to hang it around the outside, but no chance there. It's a great chance for Will Neller, the reigning OC champion, of course, retired from the OC, but racing here in the 500. Of course, racing in the TM too, but in the top tier, he's not racing anymore. But he's racing Gabriel Gomez now. Now went on the outside, so it's advantage Gomez as he's trying to attack. Clark has lost even more ground. He's now 7/10 as Gomez into turn 4. Bobo doesn't get to enjoy being in the lead for too long because Gabriel Gomez is fighting with him. And Gomez will be back in the lead if we can pass him in turn 1. Bobo just a little bit in front.
He take the turn 1. Not.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has done. And now, Bobo will be under attack from there. Here comes Will Neller, squeezing underneath him.
Yeah. Then I got slipstream from Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez will have to go defensive on one of these two Brits, most likely on Neller.
And then I said.
Yes, he is. What can you do about Gomez? For now, nothing. Just take him behind. Is this going to help Michael Clark? Michael Clark is getting closer, you can see.
Yeah.
So this is perfect for Clark. It's his perfect opportunity. Get back in that draft and edge closer to these guys. And also great news for Gomez because he's increasing his advantage. It's now up to 1/4 of a second. As Neller and Bobo, the two Brits, keep fighting. And Neller is now ahead. Clark, after being out of the loop for a few laps, is now back in the fight as well. He's closing on his compatriots as Gomez is increasing his lead. Bobo gonna try something into 3 on Neller. Neller holding on the outside, but has to concede the spot here. Yes, he is.
Also ahead.
Here goes Clark, passing Will Neller. Michael Clark will finally get himself back into the top 3. Podium, as you could call it, because we don't actually have podiums in the 500, just victory lane for the winner only. Michael Clark has gone one step closer to that winner's position. Michael Clark up into 3rd, Will Neller down into 4th. Jones is 26 seconds down, and they might be catching Glazebrook and Grant very soon. Now Bobo closing on Gomez once again. Trying to hunt him down. The Brit, and the Brit against the Brazilian. Which one of them is gonna win? Here they go. Yeri, are you still there? Yeri? Okay, he is. As Bobo gets a great run out of free. There's the two lap cars. You can see them just a little bit. You saw them just a little bit in front of you. Bobo has to tuck back into the slipstream. Not gonna be able to do anything in free, but maybe into turn 4. As Nair has re-overtaken Michael Clark. They'll have to be very careful when they catch those back markers, of course. Now here comes Bobo with a great chance to pass Gomez. They've been the main two fighters so far in this eighth stint. Now here they go. Gomez going on the outside, going high, going very high now. Bobo is taking the lead once again. He's got it, and there are the lapped cars. I think is that 4 lap cars? I think it is. This is gonna be quite a mess, I have to say. So myself, as Bobo into the lead of the race. Gomez drops into second, but tucks in nice into the slipstream. We'll give him a good run out of turn 4. Which he is getting. Can Gomez take back the lead into turn 1? It doesn't. Every single time we've always been able to pass Gomez, Gomez has retaken the lead very, very soon, within a lap space. And the Bobo has taken longer to pass Gomez than Gomez has taken to pass the Bobo. I have to say. Neller and Clark in this fight have not been leading, as they're catching Oliver Glazebrook in front. The McLaren Racing sponsored by Cancer Research UK car. And then in front of him, the lap was about to be double lapped Sean Grant. As now Bobo still leads, Gomez behind. Gonna have to be very careful. Glazebrook is gonna let him past. Might be causing a little bit of commotion though.
I think Bobo will win. Oh.
Yeah, Bobo doesn't have anywhere to go. He's gonna have to let Gomez pass. And so will Glazebrook. Now we're trying to squeeze in there as well. Very close action here. And Glazebrook is going through. Nair is coming as well. Nair is up in second. They'll have a chance at Gomez. So much traffic. It's Parachki and Grant. Gomez hunting down the two of them. And he will be slowed down because the two are battling. This is a chance for Will Nair to get back in the lead of the race. Almost 3 wide. Bobo's squeezing in there as well. Gomez being held down a lot. Neller in the lead. Spying Grant 3 wide. 3 wide between Parachki and the Glazebrook and Gomez. Gomez has lost a lot of ground. Neller leads. Bobo down to second. As now they have to deal with Sean Grant, who's about to be lapped for a second time. Ooh, very close here. Bobo on the inside of Neller. They're racing each other hard.
Very hard.
Yes, indeed. Where is Clark? He's still there. Look at him. Battling with Sean Grant, lapping him.
He lost out very traffic.
Yeah, but still not so much. Bobo back in the lead. There goes very wide. Gomez very close to contact with the Brit. Those two champions and the third champion behind them, Michael Clark battling. And the man who wishes to become the 4th champion in the top 4. By winning the 500, Victory Bobo has increased his lead just a little bit from Neller. Gomez will be desperate to get back past Neller soon. And this race is heating up. Neller has been overtaken by both Gomez and Clark. He's lost out a lot in turn 1 by going wide. I'd have to say so. And who is that being called? It's Lord Chung. She's slowing down Victory Bobo just a little bit. Go back. Gomez in the lead. No, not yet. Sorry, that was Bobo. Not Gomez. Is it Joe or? I think Joe was trying to join us again. Anyway, Bobo leads. Clark in 3rd. Neller in 4th. No more traffic for them. They've passed Laura Chung. The only lapped car in front of them. The only other person on the lead lap is Etienne Jones in 5th place. 31 seconds down. This lap takes about 40 seconds. So I think they'll be catching Jones soon. As Gomez is lining up Bobo for a pass. Clark and Neller are there too. And towards Free. And Gomez, has he got him? He has got him.
Yes.
And Clark will have a chance now too. Michael Clark, yes. Neller has lost ground. What happened to Neller? We'll have to take a look.
Did he hit the wall?
Maybe. Very close. Yes, he did brush the
he
wall with his rear right. This could be costly for Will Nero. Hopefully not. But it might prove a difference. Hopefully not so much. Nero is still sticking close. So I don't think it had much of an impact. As Gomez trying to hold on in the lead. Neller making a move on Ibobo trying. Ibobo trying to make a move on Clark. The free Brits fighting for position. They're going to catch up to another Brit, Sonetti and Jones. 32 seconds behind them. Joe, let us know if you're still trying to join us, if you can, somehow. As Neller is making his move. He got past Clark, but he's going to have to try to get Ibobo. He can't do it right here. Gomez has increased his advantage a little bit more. Neller solidifies third place again. As we've hit the 3/4 mark, lap 150. 51 laps to go.
Yeah.
Yuri just told us Neller has damage on the right side of his car, so could cost him a little bit. Well, Neller, that little brush of the wall, that little left tap may prove costly. How costly, I don't know, but he's still fighting with these guys, giving everything he's got to the champion of the GP4OC 2017 season. Now Ibobo racing with Gomez still. He's caught back up to him. 50 laps to go in this Indy 500. Ibobo has the better line into 2, and he'll be taking the lead again. He has done. As they'll be closing up to Jones soon. Not for now, though, they don't have to worry. There is Jones. Gomez tucks back in the toe. Ibobo, there he goes. That's Ibobo's biggest weakness. Gomez always finds a way to repass him very quickly, relatively. Ibobo takes way longer to overtake. And now, Gomez will be trying to get back past him half a lap after losing the lead to him. Into our turn 1. Has Gomez got him? No, not yet. Ibobo going high up. Now he's got him.
We take the lead.
Yes, and now this is helping Neller, who despite the little damage he's collected, is fighting Ibobo, and he's going to have a great chance to pass him.
And I think he will pass him.
Yes, you're right. Into our turn 3, Ibobo's going to have to concede the spot. Still fighting it out, braving it out, but he has to give up here the place. And Clark will have a chance to move up as well.
I think Clark will...
Clark is pitting. It's a scheduled stop. Michael Clark comes into the pits. The strategy finally coming into play in this race. Will it help Clark? Has got some more cars coming out of the pit lane. Ibobo battling Neller, trying to get back in the second. Joe? Where's Joe? As we're looking at Clark, I'm not sure how much fuel he has left. I mean, he has filled up. If you can go to the end. You say Glazebrook. Oh, Ibobo's gone on the grass a little bit, but they're all going to be pitting, I think. Now trying to get the jump. He has got the jump on Gomez. Incredible, but they will be racing in the pit lane. So they pit just 1 lap after Michael Clark. It's the battle of the pit crews. Yeah, yes indeed. Nero comes in, and Boa is coming in as well. As is Lord Chung behind, who is a lap down. Can Nero repair that tiny bit of damage?
Well, let's see.
I think Joe might be out for dinner, but I'm not quite sure. But I'm hoping he'll be back before the end of the race, at the very least.
Yeah.
I think it says he is in the call, but muted. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, Bobo has come out of front in this scrap. He's in the lead, but where will Michael Clark be? That's Jones rejoining.
Here's Clark.
Yeah. Yeah. Can he get the jump on them? Looks like it. And Michael Clark, take a look at this. A great undercut.
I think we'll be close with him. Michael Clark takes the lead.
Yeah, Michael Clark is in the lead. A great jump. I wonder if it's going to be enough to go to the end of the race. The fight has now spread out a little bit. But Gomez and Neller have one thing the other two don't. Slipstream. And they can use that to get closer and fight for the win once again. So here they go. Michael Clark, for the first time, leads the Indy 500. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Can he hold on to take victory? Still got 45 laps to go after the end of this lap. Neller and Gomez trading slipstream. The two of them, the Penske and the Andretti. Racing hard. Bobo is 1 second behind Clark. Can he close down that gap? Let's not forget, Clark doesn't have the draft from anyone. He's in clean air entirely. This is not good if you want to close down another car, because slipstream means everything here on this oval. As we got a car coming into the pits, it's Parashki. I think it might be someone else. Is it just him or someone else? Bobo's closed down the gap. He's got it to half a second. He's gaining quite substantially on Michael Clark, and this is great news for Gomez and Neller if they want to catch up as well. What do you think?
Yeah. I think he will definitely lose on.
Yeah, but Clark will have to defend, and it's easier to pass someone, but once you pass them, let's not forget, they'll have your slipstream. Ibobo's got him already, but Clark will have... Yes, Ibobo in the lead. Clark's lead didn't last long, but will have a great opportunity to close him down again, as Gabriel Gomez and Will Neller will be hoping they can close that gap too, because Gomez has gained 3 tenths on the last lap. So it is possible. Still got ways to go. Neller has dropped down a little bit. 8 tenths behind Gomez. But he's still getting a little bit of a tow, I suppose. I assume. How much tow can Gabriel Gomez get from these guys? He's a little far down, but they keep slipstreaming each other. It's not going to help him. Ibobo and Clark have become the favorites for the race win at the moment, at least. But Gomez will be determined to chase him down, as will Neller.
Indeed,
Gomez has lost a little bit of ground.
Lost almost a tenth of a second.
And the Neller has lost even more.
Yeah, he's lost almost 6 tenths.
Yeah, I guess you're right there, Dennis. As the fight keeps going, there is still some backmarker traffic in the name of Etienne Jones, who might be getting in their way for Bobo and Clark. This could help Gabriel Gomez, because he needs to close up to them, and they have slipstream and he doesn't at the moment, which is not good news for him. As we hit the 2 hours and 30 mark in this race, we got not too long left. We might finish the race before we get to 3 hours, as this has clearly been the longest green flag period.
Yeah.
If our day says so. Gomez has gained 100th, but Neller has lost even more ground. Neller might be that little bit of damage, maybe costly now, because Neller, without the slipstream, may be dropping out of this fight. Chang is battling with Grant, meanwhile, or I should say lapping Grant. Clark's still trying to stick with Ibobo, using whatever slipstream he can use.
Yeah, I think
the two Brits fighting for the lead, and I'm sure Clark doesn't want to let Ibobo get away.
But I think Clark losing out at the moment.
Clark losing out just a little bit. Gomez has gained. Neller has lost even more ground. Neller is falling, dropping out of contention rapidly. He's not quick on this stint.
1 and 10.
Yuri, can you tell us how long Ibobo is going to go on the fuel, if he's going to the end or not? Alright, Yuri said he has no data, so unfortunately we can't tell if there will be another stop or not. I suspect there might be, but either way, Clark is closer to Ibobo now, and Gomez is catching them as well. I think it's terrible news for Will Neller, because for the first stint in this green flag period, we thought he'd be in the fight, and he was for a long time. But that scrape of the wall cost him, and he's now losing ground rapidly. Yeah, Gomez has gained another 100th, or another 10th, I should say. Clark is still keeping the gap to Ibobo consistent. Neller keeps dropping ground. He's 3.5 seconds behind Gomez.
Gomez is coming.
Yes, indeed. But so is Michael Clark. The three who have taken no damage at all in this race are the favorites. Which one of them will be on top? And can Will Neller still do anything? All will be revealed in 40 laps time. And the Indy 500 champion will be crowned. Ibobo, fighting hard, continues to lead. Gomez exactly 1 second behind Ibobo. Clark staying consistently behind, but Gomez is in the fight as well. And Neller has lost a second to Gabriel Gomez. I think Will Neller is out of this fight for the win, sadly. But he can still make a turnaround. He can still change that. It'll be difficult, but I think he can. And he thinks he can as well. He has to think he can, because that's the mindset of champions. Will Neller knows that better than almost anyone, I say, or better than anyone, because he's been in so many championship fights. He lost so many, but in 2017 he finally won, and he retired from the GP4OC top tier at the top of his game as world champion Will Neller. The pack keeps getting closer. Gomez has gained another 3/10 on Ibobo. I'm afraid Neller has lost even more ground though.
Yeah, he's 6.2 seconds behind now.
And now they caught Jones. So Etienne Jones might throw a spanner in the works for his two compatriots. And maybe for Gabriel Gomez as well. Yeah, on the exit of 4, getting very close to Clark. He might have a chance to hunt him down in towards turn 1. Here he goes. Clark going a little bit defensive, just a little bit. Can Gomez get him into 1? Clark going high. Gomez going low, and Gomez has got him. Yes, Ibobo is passing Jones. And I think he's got him, yes. And Jones will have to move out of the way for Gomez soon. Jones still trying to slipstream Ibobo. This might not be helpful for him, because Gomez is gaining. Neller has lost even more. He's lost another half a second. As Jones has been lapped by the race leader, so only the top 4 are on the lead lap. Here goes Gomez lapping Jones. Will the Bears let him past?
So slipstream now.
Yes, you're right. And Ibobo will be without slipstream now that he's lapped Jones. Confirmation now that Jones is a lap down. Gomez puts the lap on him. And it's Clark's turn next. Now, can Gomez hunt down Victor Ibobo? Ibobo has been the man leading for most of this latest stint. But of course, Gomez, who has been fighting back nicely from a couple seconds back, now he's truly in the fight for a bit lead. But look at this. They're both catching up to Indy Spadachki, or I should say all 3 of them. Because Clark is in the fight as well still.
5 times.
Yeah, poor Indy Spadachki. He's taking a lot of damage, a lot of knocks on his car. He will finish in the top 10, but nowhere near the front 5. And Spadachki gets lapped by both these guys. Clark will be getting there as well. Clark trying to lap both of them. Now Gomez with Ibobo. The pair have been fighting for so long in the second half of the race, fighting once again. Brit and the Brazilian.
Yeah, here we go again.
Yes, indeed. Neller's lost even more ground, sadly for him. As we've reached the 5-6 mark, as Gomez is retaking the lead, or trying at the exit of turn 4. Has Gabriel Gomez got him on the run towards the line? The yard breaks. He is in front narrowly, but they're level across the line.
Yeah.
But now he'll be in front. And guess who this is good news for? Why, Michael Clark, of course, because he's very close once again. Neller, 9.3 seconds down. I have to say he's out of the fight for the win for now anyway. Everyone else a lap down or more.
Yeah,
Ibobo having another go at Gabriel Gomez. Into 4. He's got him. Yes, he has. You're right there. You're right there, Dennis. Now Gomez, trying to get back. We got 33 laps to go. 33 laps in which Victor Ibobo, Gabriel Gomez, and Michael Clark will be fighting for the win. Or maybe even Will Neller. How far down is he now? 10 seconds. It's slipping away from Will Neller. So it's only down between those 3 now. 1 Brazilian against 2 Brits. Who's going to be on top?
That seems 30 laps.
Yeah. Gomez sticking back behind Ibobo. Keeping comfortable. Joe, let us know if when you're back, please, because yeah, just let us know if you're returning. Anyway, Ibobo continues to lead. Gomez hasn't pulled an attack on the previous lap. He's waiting for a good moment now. I'm waiting for the gap to Neller. He's lost another second. Will Neller off the pace now. Lap 169. Gomez versus Ibobo versus Gomez versus Clark. Clark, being the outside referee in this fight, will be hoping for an opportunity to pounce. An opportunity might come now, as Gomez is making the move.
And he will complete the move.
Yes, indeed, you're right.
Turn one.
Yes, Ibobo narrowly ahead towards one, but that's not gonna last. And Gabriel Gomez is back in the lead.
And by the way, I don't know the count of change because I forgot to count.
The lead changes. It's alright, don't worry about it. Ibobo is trying to get another lead change though. Into turn 4, he's got a better line. And he's got Gomez, I'm sure. So Ibobo, definitely fighting harder on this stint. He's giving Gomez less opportunities and fought back even more. He's ahead once again, and this could be an opportunity for Clark. As they're catching up to, is that Glazebrook? It is Glazebrook.
Yeah.
He'll be lapped for a second time, the pole sitter. He took heavy damage, being involved in multiple incidents, and Oliver Glazebrook will be getting lapped once again. All three of them are making a move past him. Glazebrook gets out of the way nicely. Yes, indeed.
Well, this time.
Yeah, Ibobo holds onto the lead for now. 30 laps to go, which is going to be 29 as soon as they cross the line. Gomez versus Ibobo versus Clark. Clark losing ground just a little bit. They're losing ground quite a lot. As Gomez in towards turn 2 will have a great chance. Past Ibobo now. Side by side. He has passed him. Clark getting in the draft. Trying to get closer above them. Gomez continues to lead now. Bobo's lost a little bit of ground, but he'll be right back on his tail, pouncing at him, waiting for a chance to overtake once again. I think this fight. Welcome back, Joe. Welcome back. You missed quite some battles. These four guys, Gomez, Ibobo, and Clark, and Neller were fighting. Neller scraped the wall a little bit. After the pit stops, though, Neller has been losing ground. And yeah, it's now down just to those three. Everyone else has been lapped.
He hit the wall.
Okay.
How are you doing, Joe? I hope you're doing all right. Good to see you once again.
Yep, doing well. Sorry it took so long. I didn't think it would. But yeah, I'm back.
It's all right.
Back for the remainder of the race, though.
That's great. I was hoping you'd be back before the end, and you are, so hallelujah. It's great news. As this fight has been going on for, how long? 50 laps now between Gomez and Ibobo. Of course, with some interruptions. Yeah, but they're fighting.
Yeah.
Through the first corner, then they go. Gomez going underneath Ibobo. Can he try and get the... We've done.
As Will Neller is 14 seconds behind.
I think it will make the
My question is, I wonder, will they have enough time to put a lap on Neller or not?
Well, what's usually the... Trying to think how...
Usually Neller's around the second lap slower. Or
Trying to
close
think what sort of lap time this track is. Usually around a 43-second lap, so...
Yeah, as Gomez is taking the lead back.
So Clark trying to keep up with this group, so...
As we're now on lap 175. 7/8 of the race. 87.5% has been completed.
Yep. So now we go around... I presume there hasn't been a pace car then since I've last been here.
There hasn't, no. Only a pit stop for fuel. That's it.
Okay, so it's been relatively clean since. So, anywho, Ibobo underneath Gomez, and that's the lead for him.
Yes, it is. Clark getting closer to pair them.
Go around the final turn. Will Gomez try and get him back?
He certainly will.
Got to keep an eye on Clark as well, as he'll be looking to pounce on any opportunity that's presented to him.
Absolutely, he would. Clark only led for a little bit in this race, but he'll be wanting to lead more once we get our checkered flag, of course. And don't count Clark out just yet, because he's close to these guys, and he'll be fighting. As Gomez is taking the lead once again.
Whichever way you look at it, we will be having a new Indy 500 winner, given that Adam Wolf retired earlier on in the race.
Well, it's impossible for Adam Wolf to win now, so you're right. We will be having a new 500 winner. As Gomez has secured the spot, the ball goes very high.
The ball goes very high.
Could give Clark an opportunity. Clark is much closer.
We'll have a look to see. Though, having said that, Bobo's still sticking to Gomez's slipstream, heading down towards the first corner. Clark not able to pounce this time by because Bobo closer to Gomez than what Clark is to Bobo. And towards turn number 2. And will he try and get underneath him for free?
Looks like he will, but he's staying nicely behind it on his gearbox, pretty much.
Are you expecting another round of stops to go, or is that for the road?
Yuri doesn't know. He doesn't have the data. Very close collision there.
Okay.
Yeah, you said he thinks there will be one more stop. I'm thinking the same, but last in will be very strange because they'll not have much fuel.
Bobo on the inside, and that's the lead for the British Nigerian.
It is, yes. Clark still sticking there behind. Remind them that they're not alone in this battle.
Yep. At the moment, it is Schmidt versus Andretti versus Carlin at the moment for the win.
Yes, that's right. The Penske of Neller in 4th place was looking very good to fight, but he's dropping off the pace dramatically now.
Yep, he's now 18 seconds back, so he might be a lap down by the time we get to the end of the race, given how far he's dropping back each lap.
Yeah, that's right. Now Bobo continues to lead, but Gomez will be ready to pounce and attack. Clark lost a little bit of ground in the last lap, but he's still there.
Yep, as trying to get underneath him again is Gomez on a Bobo.
This is usually a winning move. It's worked almost every single time, and even if it doesn't work out at 2, it'll get you a great run in towards turn 3, which Gomez has got. Even if Bobo is marginally ahead now, Gomez will have the advantage. Yes, it is.
Be important for the final lap, that was. So now...
Yes, absolutely right. And Clark, this is a great opportunity for him. Bobo had to slow down just a little bit by going higher. And look at Michael Clark, how much he's gained. He's ready to pounce.
Yeah, he's now going for it.
Yes, he is. Can he pass his compatriot Victor Bobo? I think he's too far back for now.
And not yet. So we got to look at the replay there to see what on earth happened with Bobo going wide there. And did he actually get close to the wall, actually? Is that why we're looking at a replay? Let's see.
I don't think he did clip the wall. He clipped Sparks flying and Bobo. Could this be costly? I'm not sure, but if it is, this is a big mistake. It have great consequences on the fate of this race. You know, Michael Clark has been given an opportunity to take second.
How much of that do you think was down to the dirty air from from Gomez's car?
Maybe a little, but they've been bubbling like this for so many laps, and neither time has hit the wall, so this is definitely a first for Bobo.
It is for sure. And now through the left-hander again, Clark not able to capitalise at this point in time, and Bobo going back underneath Gomez.
As we got some new camera angles that we're looking at there, nice. As we got 20 laps to go, the final 10% of the race, the last stretch. We'll have a pit stop, of course, but maybe. As Bobo has a chance to fight back now. Doesn't look like that little bit of damage cost him so much.
And he's going...
He takes the lead, I think.
Side by side, he should have the inside going into the first corner.
And he will take the lead there. Dead level once again. Yeah. It's not the first time it's happened. And now Clark is getting closer.
Through the left-hander now then, coming out of turn 2. Clark right on the tail now of Gomez. He's now right in this fight.
That's right. He's going to keep pushing. I know that Ner's on the other side of the track because he's half a lap down. But I wonder where the other lap markers are. Of course, we can't know because it just says number of laps, not the time differential. But if we see them, we will see them. As we're getting ready to start a new lap. And Gomez will have a great chance to get back at Bobo. Clark still sitting nicely behind.
And down the inside goes Gomez. Is this going to be the lead again for the Brazilian?
Indy passed there.
I think.
Yes, he has. Will Clark pounce as well on it, Bobo? He doesn't
quite high again. It's a great chance for Clark. Look how close he is to his compatriot.
Every time Clark sniffs an opportunity, a Bobo and a Gomez always seem to find that little bit extra just to stay in front.
Yeah, after the pit stop, Clark was leading because he pitted a lap earlier, but they caught him up and passed him, both of them, and he hasn't been able to take the lead back since, Michael Clark. Still, he's been hanging close to these guys, and he'll be fighting with them till the checker flag, I'm sure. Bobo versus Gomez, still battling each other. Bobo will have a great run into turn 2. I think he'll get He'll be getting Gomez now.
Might get him now. I think he was lucky to avoid damage, Michael. So I don't think Ibobo's got any damage. I think he just got away with it very, very luckily.
And I think I just saw a lapped car on that straight earlier.
Yeah.
On the back
There's
straight,
a
I'm seeing it
lapped car.
again.
I have the feeling it's Parachi, yes.
Yes, your feeling is accurate. Sparachki is actually coming into the... No, he's not coming into the pits. I thought I heard the engine slowing down, but that's not the case.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Sparachki has so much damage, he's massively off pace. Sparachki is doing 2:08, unbelievably slow.
It's
And-
very, very slow indeed, but he's probably just
Well,
bringing it to the
March.
finish. As this is going to get interesting because Parachi now holding up Gomez, and Clark could get on the inside of Ibobo here.
Which he
This
has
could
done.
be-
Hey, look, he will definitely.
And
he's,
he's got through, I think. And Ibobo's
Gomez
now
still
getting
being
held up.
impeded. Still being impeded by Sparachki, he'll be cursing at the GP2 champion.
Up
It's now
now on the
Clark
back of
and Gomez have
Gomez.
gotten away.
They're
15
trying-
laps to go.
Lap 186 of 200 now, then we are on. Gomez leading now from Clark. Ibobo getting held up massively by Parachki at the moment. He's finally got past him, but it's lost him quite a lot of time at this point.
And the damage has been done. Well, we'll have some time left to recover, but this race is on closing stretch. We got Bell here, free car Bell between lap cars. Of course,
That's
Grant,
a
I think, is 2 laps down. And
Young's
the other
in that.
car, one of them.
Young and Glazebrook are the other two cars who are in that battle. I think that's the battle for 7th place. Well, I think it's a battle for 7th, but well, I'm not.
No.
100% sure.
Chung is on the lead. Chung is only 1 lap down. Grant and Glazebrook are 2 laps down, but they're with her on the track.
Gomez is creating a bit of a gap, I think, now to Michael Clark because Clark hasn't got
Yeah, just
close
a little
enough to try
bit.
and pass him.
But Bobo has gained just a narrow bit. Now he's gaining a lot more.
Through the second turn now, then.
Yep.
That's,
Now they're 23.7 behind. I don't think he'll be getting lapped after all. He's improved his pace very slightly.
I'll have to wait and see. Still 13 and a bit laps left in this Indy 500. Anything could change as Ibobo is now on the back of Clark.
Yes, absolutely. 2 Brits fighting each other. They don't want to lose out. But only one of these 3 drivers can win.
Is he going to get him on the inside? No, Clark covers him off into the first corner, but Ibobo's found a little gap going into 2. This might be second place, and I think it will be. And close to contact, but Ibobo going through into second place.
Yeah, the Brits fighting hard, and Victor Bobo comes out on top.
How can he go and attack Gomez yet again after losing time to Parachki a little bit earlier on?
He'll be hoping to do so, but Gomez has been masterful in defense so far. Most times when Bobo got past him, Gomez found an answer very quickly to re-overtake. 12 laps to go, remaining in this race. Ibobo under more pressure. Ibobo giving pressure to Gomez a little bit, but taking a lot more pressure from Michael Clark.
As they make their way towards turns number 2. And they try and go for the move on Gomez. He's getting very, very close indeed.
Yeah, Gomez has lost ground, lack of slipstream, hurting his chances at a moment.
Through the final 2 corners we go. There's a little pocket there. Can Ibobo try and capitalise? No, not yet. Through turn 4.
Staying nicely behind. Clark losing ground again.
Right in the
He's a
slipstream.
little slower than Ferdinand.
Into the first corner.
Still staying put. But Gomez will go wide in 2, I think. Yes, he does.
He's going to go underneath him to go into Frey. This might be the move for Ibobo.
It's his greatest chance. Ever since he got overtaken by Clark. And now he's getting past him. How long will it take Gomez to find an answer and get back past him? Because we don't have much time left in this race. And of course, Clark, if he has a master plan to get both of them, he's going to have to unleash it quickly because he has a small pace disadvantage compared to the 2 of them.
Ibobo
As we now got just 10 laps to go. 95% of the race is done.
Turn 1. Gomez has found a pocket going into 2. He could retake it here.
And just like I said, Gomez, always so quick to bounce back. Even if Bobo passes, Gomez will find a way back pass very quickly. But of course, that tactic is not going to work if Bobo passes him on the final lap. Or Clark.
Absolutely. As Gomez gets the lead back off of Bobo, Clark looking for any opportunity to pounce, but it's not going to quite work out for him at this point in time.
Still is much closer to Bobo.
Bobo started 13th on the grid. Gomez started right in last position. Clark started in 28th. So, Bobo was nearer to the front compared to these three. So it'd be a bit embarrassing if he loses to someone who actually started last, that being Gabriel Gomez. But so far, both of Bobo and Gomez are very equal in terms of paces. And Bobo tries to get back underneath him to take the lead.
No matter which two of these guys lose, they'll be going home happy, knowing that they've given everything they had in this race. But of course, only one of them will be the winner of the 500, as Bobo has retaken the lead. How long will it take Gomez to get back past? Or can Clark do anything?
Clark's on the slipstream of Gomez. He might try and do something if he can.
Yes, that's right, Joe. Gomez losing a little bit of ground. He's closer to Bobo than he is to Clark. Sorry, Clark not being very decisive, and he's losing a little time every single lap. He's gaining it back in the slipstream, but he's usually not close enough to finalize a move because these two guys usually pull the moves on each other.
Through the left-hander, Bobo covered him off there into 3. And Gomez not able to pounce into 4, but he's found a little pocket on the inside. Will he go
Too
for
small.
it? No, gonna
Good defense from Bobo.
Starting a lap 194 now in this race. They are coming up to another lapped car. I'm going to presume this is Oliver Glazebrook they're coming up to. We'll have to wait.
Or maybe it's Prachki.
It looked like a slightly lighter car than Prachki, so I think it's someone else this time by. And have to wait and see. It did look like a lighter car, and it is Glazebrook. I was correct.
You were right. Yes. And the final 7 laps of this race might have some interference from a backmarker car. The man who started on pole, you wouldn't expect him to be a backmarker, but unfortunately for him, he is after taking so much damage. Oliver Glazebrook will be lapped for a 3rd time very shortly.
Yep, Will Gomez try and get a Bobo as we start lap 195, 6 to go in this Indy 500.
Yes, that's right. We're nearing crunch time. This is crunch time, actually. Glazebrook slowing down his compatriot, but we'll have to get him into 2. And he has got him into 2.
Watch out for Clark, watch out for Clark.
Still, Clark's not close enough. Gomez has a better shot.
At this point, Clark is just having to rely on the traffic to try and get himself right at the front.
Yeah, but how much traffic is there going to be before the checkered flag?
Gomez going underneath of Bobo. Is this going to be the lead for the Brazilian this time? By coming out the final turn.
No, not just yet. It can go very close, though.
Side by side going down the pit straight. Bobo just having the legs on him down this straight, but can he try?
No.
Bobo doing a great job covering off Gomez at this point in time as they make their way through turn 2.
Flat out, Clark is closer than ever. Clark is finally starting to unleash his last bits of pace.
Bobo and Gomez have got to be aware of Clark, because any mistake from those two, Clark will be able to capitalise.
Quite rightly so. Now Gomez has been sitting patient for this lap. I'm sure he's planning something in the remaining 4 laps.
He's going to have a go
for it now.
Again,
yes, indeed.
Looks back into his slipstream, though, so he's not going to try this time by. Maybe try and wait for a pocket if he can.
Or into turn 2.
No, again, Bobo doing a great job fending him off at this point in time. If Bobo can keep this up, he'll take the victory with ease. But I think Gomez might have found a bit of a weakness here. Might get him into 3.
Of course, you have to be strategic. You need to get the exact. You need to make the pass at the exact time, so that the opponent can't pass you back. That's the whole gist of it. If you make it too early.
Oh, here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Yes, here we go. Bobo trying to hold on. I think Gomez will get him. Side by side, 3 laps to go. In the 500, Bobo's still holding on to the lead.
Turn 1.
Incredible action.
Bobo's doing a great job defending.
But it's gone high now. Surely Gomez will grab the place.
I jinxed him.
So far, Bobo's doing a great job with the speed coming out of that corner. It's allowing him to stay in front of Gomez, but I think Gomez has got the edge of him this time around, side by side.
Has. And now Clark might be the great referee in this fight, because if he goes after Bobo hard now, Gomez will be able to sprint away. Clark's going at it. He's going after Bobo, and Michael Clark is up in 2nd place. Bobo loses 2 places in the space of a lap. And Gabriel Gomez might have been granted a massive lifeline unless Clark can pass him in the remaining 2 laps at the 505 miles to go, 8 kilometers.
On the
As we're
penultimate lap
just
we go.
under the 3-hour mark. Yes, indeed. Just under on the penultimate lap we are. Some big fighting there between the lapped cars, but I don't think they're going to be caught in time. Gabriel Gomez is leading, and this could be an absolutely historical victory. He has to hold off Michael Clark in victory bubble for one more lap and after this.
Clark was catching him. Let's not forget that. He was catching him coming out of that corner. He's clearly got a little bit more in the corners than what Gomez has, but he's also dragging a Bobo with him as we come to the final corner to start the final lap.
Yeah, but still, I don't think Michael Clark is close enough just yet. Either way, Gabriel Gomez is looking good. White flag, 1 lap to go. This is the last lap of the Indy 500, last 2.5 miles. The last 4 corners, they're going to turn around 4 more times. Now, Gabriel Gomez is edging away. Clark is trying to close. Bubba's going to make Clark. This is the desperate last squabble between the British drivers. Who's going to be in front? Who's going to be second? Who's going to win? Looks like Gomez might be the favorite to win after all. And yeah, Bubba's jumping into second. Surely he's got Clark now.
He might have done it.
Yeah, Michael Clark has been overtaking. Bubba's going to have to try everything, put everything to get the slipstream. But it's not going to be enough because Gabriel Gomez has judged this race beautifully after starting from dead last place. Absolutely unbelievable drive. Gabriel Gomez is the Indy 500 champion in 2018. He's won it. And Gabriel Gomez is the winner. Victory bubble. Heartbreaking second for the Brit. Michael Clark in third. And oh my goodness me, what a race. What a race.
What a finale. Great job from Gomez. Last to first shows that anything is possible and you should never ever give up.
Never give up, never lift, never stop believing, as Sebastian Vettel said after Abu Dhabi in 2012. And neither of those 3 guys gave up. Now Parachki, he'll be finishing in 10th place, many laps down, but he finishes.
Campana takes 6th.
P6 at home, well narrowed, didn't get a lap, but he finished 35 seconds down. Chung will be satisfied, I assume, with 7th place.
And here is the winner coming back into pit road to celebrate his victory.
Victory lane belongs to Gabriel Gomez. The Borg Warner OC trophy is heading to Brazil. Gabriel Gomez, after an amazing race filled with battles, filled with crashes, with drama, and with excitement, Gabriel Gomez is the winner. Commiserations to Victory Bobo. He fought so hard, but in the end he just misses out. Got past Michael Clark, his compatriot, at the end, but it wasn't enough to win it. He'll be finishing second. Michael Clark is finishing third. Will Narrow fourth. Etienne Jones in fifth. But the champion of the GP4OC Indy 500 2018 is the reigning DTM champion, Gabriel Gomez. He's done it, and what a victory. Will Narrow will be happy with 4th place after taking damage early on in the race. He fought very hard. Drive of a champion. He didn't win, but he came in the top 4, and the only car outside of the leading trio to end up on the lead lap. The old veteran will be happy with that one.
First time a GP4OC champion has actually won this race as well, because last season, of course, Wolf won it. He's never won a title, so...
Yes, indeed.
So there's the final
Here
results.
are the official race results. Gabriel Gomez is the race winner with an average lap speed for the race of 173.213 miles an hour. Victory Bobo, 0.2 of a second, just under 0.2 of a second behind in second. Second, unfortunately, not the victory. Michael Clark in third. What a great show these guys have been putting for the finale for the past 100 laps, basically. Will Nair finishes in fourth. A good drive from the old man, in OC terms, of course. Etienne Jones in 5th place. Leon Campana in 6th. Robert Chung in 7th. Oliver Glazebrook in 8th place. Sean Grant in 9th place. And the last finisher, the last of the only 10 finishers, thankfully didn't have any retirements in the second half of the race ever since Wallinger's crash, is Enis Parachki. And you guys can do the DNF.
Well, let's crack my fingers. So the retirements were Bent Valdinger, JP Kirby, Gabriel Quintino, Isaac Fashere, Joseph Willows, Will Parrish, Franco Gamba, Jaime Nguyen, Jared Fosbury, Samuel Oskin, Evan Byrne, Fonshanat Keo Chanat, Ruslan Proxiuk, David Greenwood, Nicholas Zorbach, and Adam Wolf. You can do the rest if you want, Dennis.
Okay, so the other retirements are... Wait, the last one was Adam Wolf, right?
Yes.
Then we have Lorenzo Tomaselli, Alessandro Fabi, Jorge Caranti, Michael Mocho, Roman Quark, Franco Lopez, Heinz Nome, Mone, yes, Moment Matteo Sturwick, Rahul Patel, Chuck McCarthy, Tanis Murigokas, Day Adventure, Jamie Green. The last two retirements are George Rogue and Hugh.
Yes, that's right. And let's not forget the top 5 are guaranteed entry into next year's 500, providing they sign up, of course.
Can I read
And the top 5: Gomez, Ibobo, Clark, Neller, and Jones. No
So
one
those-
from top 5 from last season.
So those 5 will be guaranteed a spot for next season, providing, of course, as Rob has just said, to sign up. Hopefully, we will see those 5 in next year's Indy 500. But overall, a very good second crown jewel race, it must be said, of 2018.
Yes, absolutely. I think we'd finished in just under 3 hours, so it's been an unbelievable race either way. And what a race! What a race! And Gabriel Gomez is the Indy 500 champion. What a drive! What a drive! He's won it. The Sauber man.
Yep, a top class driver has won it, and showing that the top class have the best drivers on the grid so far.
Yes, indeed, so, but you have to give credit to Victor Bowe and Michael Clark because they've been hiding him very honestly, left no quarters, kept it all fair and square and clean, and they all three, including one another too, when he was fighting with them, they put on a great show for us, I have to say.
Absolutely right.
So yeah. Well, what else do I have to say? I'm not sure if we can get Gabriel for an interview because I don't think he.
I didn't
has a mic
see him
or
in the
anything.
chat. I didn't see him in the chat, so I think he's not available.
I know what to say.
What do you want to say, Yuri?
See you all on special race 2.
Yeah, Yuri said see you all on special race 2, but yeah, oh my goodness me, what a race this has been. Absolutely fantastic. What do you think, guys? How'd you rate it?
Well, it was chaotic from the outgoing, wasn't it? We only ended up with 10 finishes, but a very, very exciting race. Definitely better than last year.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
totally. What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, this way better than last year. Definitely.
Yeah. As for driver of the day, we all know who we gotta go for. The man who started at the bottom and finished at the absolute top. Gabriel Gomez, our GP4OC Indy 500 champion.
Indeed. Absolutely deserved.
Even Nathan Norman's just given us a brilliant fact here. P1, top class. P2, DTM. P3, BTCC. P4, DT... Well, it's not G... That's actually incorrect, Norman, because Nella's in DTM, so you got that one wrong. So, yeah.
Either way, what a fun race. It was worth all the hours we spent here in the commentary box. And I'm proud I shared it with you guys. It's been a real privilege. And I'm glad I had you joining with me today. What an incredible day. And yeah, oh my goodness. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in with us for all this time. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to the winner. Commiserations to the losers. And this has been incredible. Thank you so much, Yuri, for hosting this for us. Thank you very, very much, Joe and Dennis, for commenting with me today. And yeah, until next time we meet, I have been Robert Ionescu.
And Joseph Willows.
And I've been Dennis Graf, aka Graffy Ragazzi.
Yes, Grazie ragazzi indeed. We wish you all Grazie ragazzi. And this has been the GP4OC Indy 500 on NR 2003. Gabriel Gomez makes history. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Your support means everything to the channel. And make sure you check out the merch for GP4OC. We got loads of merch on Teespring. And yeah, I'll see
you, of course, at the weekend for BTCC at the National Layout of Donington Park.
Yes.
No FE or GP2 this week, including the top class and DTM. None of that, just BTCC for the end of the weekend. So 3 days, no streams. So yeah, a bit of a break.
Make sure you tune in for the BTCC race that Joe will be hosting. But yeah, until then, we've already told you who we are. So we're just gonna sign off here. Thank you so much for last time, guys, and we appreciate everything you've done for us by watching today and every other day. So many thanks to you. And this is the end of the stream. Thank you so much, and see you later. Sayonara, amigos, and thank you so much.
So see ya.
Bye.